Alright, everything should be up and working, big fucking pog if it does. Hopefully everything's up and live. We should be good. So, what's happening? How we doing? This is the big one. Everyone's been waiting for this basically since the fucking last one. But we move. All third time, baby! Let's go! We love to see it. The reps have been on for the past 2 hours. I am hyped. I am ready. I want to win. There is no fucking easier game than this in my opinion. We go and we go hard. We fucking win this one. There is no simple explanation. We just go for it. We win 17-0. Life is good. But realistically, this is the do or die game of the entire season. Forget everything up to this point. This game is everything. If we don't win it, we're fucked. Simple and pure. We have to make sure that we do something good today. Let's say hello to everyone. There's a couple of early birds in as well. How you doing, Craig? Nice to see you, mate. First one in as always. You get the big shout out. Nice, Craig. Thank you. Love to see it. How you doing, Jim? Nice to see you as well. Beautiful day to scalp the South. To be fair, it is an absolutely gorgeous day outside. I will absolutely agree to that, to be fair. How you doing, Lizzie? Nice to see you. Hail to you as well. Absolutely love to see everyone that's in here. Red Zeb, you're on one I think, or maybe an old face, but every reason for Celtic to be confident. 3-2. I'll get into my predictions and stuff momentarily. I'm just making sure that everything's up and running. If there's any audio issues, allow me, tell me now and allow me to fix it in time. But yeah, Jim, we'll love to see it. Everyone's in there. Chateau as well, love to see it, man. Repping from Canada, we always have a good few in for there. And how you doing, Snitch? Nice to see you as well, my man. This is a major match. This is exactly what we need. This is exactly what we need. This is where we go. This is where things get interesting. Obviously, for those that have missed it, Goldson's not going to be in the team for Rangers today, so they're not exactly full strength, but likewise, it's not as if Celtic are playing at their full strength either, with the exception of a couple of changes, which we'll get into momentarily, but audio is good. Fantastic, right, so I can show the ones that are in early enough anyway, the lineups and stuff. We've got about 10 minutes, roughly, until kick-off. It's about 20 past right now, if you're curious of the time, and we go live, well, the game kicks off, I should say, in about 10 minutes, so yeah, I mean, this is an interesting one. I'll run you through the lineups for those that are in early. Someone's already subscribed, very cool, thank you very much. That's something you can do if you would like to, very cool. But before we show that, we should probably show the table to show how important this game is. Now keep in mind, there are 38 games in an SPFL League season. With the exception of this one today, it means 2 are left after. It's 6 points up for grabs, so even though the title wouldn't necessarily be mathematically won, if Celtic win this game, it's hard to argue that there's going to be any other outcome than the boys in green taking the title today. If we win this game, it's basically game, set and match. If Rangers win this game, it's just a case of by how many for them, because it's a goal difference battle after that. And realistically, Rangers know that they can't just win by 1, because then it will be a fight out for the last 2 matches, and Celtic won't feel too good if they have to bounce back after a Old Firm defeat. Realistically, we'll want to put the cost down, so those other 2 games will win like 5 and 6-0 respectively, let's be honest. So if Rangers want to do damage, they have to do it today. If Celtic want to wrap up the title, it would be more convenient for us to do it today. So it's a big advantage. We've got the home crowd. The stadium looks fucking packing, by the way, might I say. It's absolutely lovely. You got to see, oh dude, Rodgers looks confident, everyone else looks confident. This is the thing about it. This game's going to cause some problems, but I'll run you through the lineups because, again, we've got about 5 or 10 minutes until kick-off. So for those that haven't seen the team sheets, our team remains relatively unchanged with the exception of Maeda getting the start today. He will start on the left-hand side. Forrest has been switched to... Forrest has been switched to the right-hand side. Maeda's been hanged on the left, I should say. There we go. That's what I was meant to say. But our lineup is as follows. We've got Hart in between the sticks, old reliable, we'll love to see it, and it's the same with the full-backs and centre-back pairings. We've seen it a million times this season. Johnston, Taylor, Carter, Vickers, and good old Liam Scales. Matt O'Reilly, McGregor, Matati are our familiar midfield 3 with Forrest, Furuhashi, and like I said, our fellow Japaneseman and Daisen Maeda, making sure that there's that triple threat, you know, Asian link, which has done damage a lot of times this season, especially in the early graphs of it. But here, our Rangers lineup, and it's still the same formation that they always play. They're not really changing anything too much in terms of tactics, but it's the good old 4-2-3-1. It is the 4-2-3-1, so we love to see it. But Jack Butland will start in between the sticks for them with Borna Barisic, Suter, and instead of Goldson, who's out injured, I believe, it'll be Ben Davies that will start in his place with the captain James Tavernier starting on the right hand side, although everyone just calls him Tav. I will be calling him Tav for this entire game because fuck's saying that. We've got Diamonde and Lundstrom as their holding midfielders slash anchor midfielders, the ones that will be trying to do a lot of the hold up play and kind of pass and lay off touch sort of stuff, with Tom Lawrence and Sterling kind of being those midfield anchors with Silva and De Serge. You'll see what they will do during the game. We know that Silva's more or less just going to try and win fouls. That's essentially his entire game plan. But De Serge is actually a player that I do have a lot of respect for, because even though Rangers haven't been in particularly great form, he's given them a decent bit of hope. He's pulled them through games that they maybe shouldn't have got results in, and you give him credit for that, so I think he genuinely does deserve the start today. But that lineup is more than beatable. We've done it a few times this season. Rangers have yet to take a win off us in the domestic campaign, so ideally we would want the same today. Even a draw isn't bad for Celtic, but both teams don't want to settle for the point. This is basically a carbon copy of the last Old Firm. If you want to look at the bench, you can take a little gander there now while I look through some of the comments that I missed. Let's see who we've missed. How are you doing, Harry? Nice to see you, mate. 5-1 to Celtic. That is bold. I love to see it. Let's have a good match. I hope so, Jojo. That's the best case scenario. It'd be nice. The nerves are jangling. I wouldn't be nervous until there's a reason to be nervous, Jim. And that's when we are probably 1-0 up. So we keep it simple in that regard. But there's a couple of good bench options there that we can rely on. Obviously, Kuhn and Nowitzki are the obvious options. Awata if McGregor doesn't necessarily play to the extent that we know he can play at. But there are obviously little options in case we want to cause damage. But likewise for Rangers, they do have options too. The ones that I would probably say to look out for on that bench, I would say Cantwell and probably McCausland. Ryan, it's not Ryan, is it? It's Ross McCausland. Is it Ross McCausland? I need to open up the... Yeah, Ross McCausland, that's what I was going to say. Ryan McCausland there. The fuck am I talking about? But aye, those would be the ones I'd keep an eye out for. They do have other options as well, although admittedly not as strong options as they would prefer or necessarily like. But everything else in regards seems fair enough. Like I said, there's obviously options, and you know, we know the managers. Bald man versus less bald man. And like I said, that table is very close. If Rangers win, they would go level on points, and it would depend on how much they win by if they do get the victory. They would need to win, I think, by more than three. They would need 3. They would need to win by 3. If they do that, then they would hop us on goal difference, and then it would just be a straight dog fight for the final 2 games. I'm just going to crack open one of these. I would usually have a can, but honestly, I figured something a bit more refined for this. So, bottoms up. It's not alcohol before anyone asks, it's Sprite. Still think we'll do them today. Honestly, Jim, it depends. It's all about how we approach it, to be honest with you. If we play the way that we know we can, if we have the same type of performances that we've had against like Aberdeen in November or Dundee a couple of weeks ago in the 7-1 type one, if we play that attacking football, we win this game 4-5-0 comfortably. But this is Rangers, boys. This is a different story. Even though we've won against them more times than we've lost against them recently, not many games have been clean sweeps, with the exception of the 3-0 that they had last season because the season was over and it didn't matter, and the one before that where we'd won, you know, relatively comfortably 3-0 ourselves as well. Every other derby's been relatively close. 2-1s, 1 each is like very tight affairs. So if you're asking me for an honest prediction right now, I say this game ends 2-1 Celtic. I think Rangers are good enough to get a goal, and Celtic have a track record of making mistakes and giving away stupid chances, and I feel like Rangers, as bad as they have been offensively recently, still are good enough to take those chances. That's how they've gotten some goals against us this season as well. If you look at the last Old Firm, it's a prime example. So that's what we need to keep an eye on. But Celtic are also strong enough, with the bench options on top of it, to do some fucking damage, and that is the minimum agreement. So we're looking through the lineups and stuff, and now we've got about 2 minutes until we kick off here. So if you want to throw your predictions in, that's more than likely. I'll throw a poll up actually, so you can get a little vote in for those that are in early enough. Like I said, we'll be live momentarily, but I'll just put question marks. So game result, I'll just put Celtic W, Rangers W. Anyone that votes for that, I have questions for you, unless you are actually on, and fair enough. Or draw, which would just be a massive L for both teams, let's be honest. There we go. A little power up for you if you want to take a little gander at that, but we're just about to, well, near enough, just about to get underway here. They're just, like I said, running through the lineups and things like that. But for those that have missed it, or for those that are just curious to see what those lineups are, here they are. And between the sticks for us, Joe Hart will start with Taylor, Johnston, Carter Vickers and Scales as our back line in defence, with Matt O'Reilly, McGregor and Hatate playing our midfield three, with McGregor, our captain, holding up that anchor spot, with Daiza Maeda, Kyogo Furuhashi and good old James Forrest, Mr. Reliable over the last few match days, starts on the right hand side for us today. Rangers lineup is as follows: Jack Butland in between the stick with Suter and Davis, who comes in to replace Goldson for those that do not know that information, with Tavernier and Banisic playing as their fullbacks. Lundstrom and Diamonde will be their anchor midfielders, with Lawrence, Sterling and Silva playing as their almost offensive midfield, more or less wingers, forward slash whatever the fuck you would expect them to do, but expect Sterling to pull out wider and expect Silva to drop in deeper. Dessers starts up front. He's probably the one player that I actually do have a slight bit of fear of, because he has got goal scoring form. Bench options, if you want to take a look, some options we can rely on: Ida, Kuhn, Navritsky, Palmer, good options there. So do they. They have Yilmaz, Cantwell, Roof as well if they want to bring him on, Raskin, McCausland, or some other names that you might want to keep an eye out. Like I said, this table is close. We want to win this game. The boys are walking out as we speak. Bang. This is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be a fucking interesting one. So yeah, by all accounts, boys, this is where things get a slightly interesting. The clock will come up when the match starts, Chief. We're usually delayed by about a minute or so, just because stream delay. You know how it goes, Chief. Number 6, we'll have to see it. Good name, mate. May the positive variance be with us. Good way to say it, man. That's elegant. You know, that's, oh, I love that, man. I love to see it, man. I know that Celtic and Dest, I'm fucking right. Don't know who your father is, but Michael, we'll have to see it. Alright, cat. We'll have to see it. That might be who's. Bring it on. We move, we kick ass, we do all the necessary things. But no matter what, boys, we hope for a good game, and that is the minimum. If we win this, it's over. If we don't, well, it's a problem, you know? So we'll end the poll, see what people are saying, because I'm kind of curious, and I can't see any other comments until I end the poll anyway, so... Yeah, 80%, 13% with Rangers winning and 6% on a draw. So someone voted for a draw. I have questions for that person. Even if Rangers get another moral victory, Celtic will win the league. Well, that's the way to look at it, Chief. We push anyway. It's one of those ones where Celtic have set themselves up for a strong end to the season. Rangers have to be pitch perfect. Celtic can afford to make one mistake. If it happens to be this game, then fair enough, but it means we can't make one after it. Ideally, we want to get the harder games out of the way, because Kelly is after this. And I do not feel comfortable going to face Kelly after playing Rangers, because for whatever fucking reason, that's the team in blue that's caused us the most fear. Every single time. I don't know why it's not started, but we have kicked off here. I should point this out. Google is no, it's not. I'm refreshing it now. Just there we go. We've got there in the end. No real big starts out the gate. It's a good pass for McGregor. Nice. Okay, Scales has a little bit of a chance, and they pulled it up for the foul anyway. I was going to say they should have just let that one go, and I think that's what McGregor was also saying as well. Yeah, sorry it took a while. Google usually takes about 2 minutes for it to pop up and go off. My apologies for that one, fellas. Johnston's stepped inside and he's still running. He's gone down there. The referee's going to say no foul, which is a bit stupid, and straight away Rangers go down that left-hand side looking to exploit the space. Dessers. Good initial touch, can't really ping himself out of it, so Carter Vickers comes across to block Lundstrom. It'll be a straight up for one. Interesting start. We're going to smash it, exactly. We keep the faith until something bad happens, but so far, relatively okay. Half chances for us. We had a shot basically straight after kick-off, but it wasn't necessarily a massive chance. That's good for Maeda to win that one back. And just like the referee did a few moments ago, with letting the foul on Johnston go, he's done the same for Silva. So as long as he's fair with it, and I can't argue with it, Scales does not cover himself in glory with that clearance, and it could have been dangerous. It's cleared away. Davies gets a bit of a slack touch on it. Doesn't necessarily deal with it, but it comes back to him in the end after a couple of bounce arounds, and hopefully he can go again. Dimmer's up in the corner, my man. I think that's a foul on Tavernier, yeah. It's already trying to push me either way and cause some problems. Celtic could have been 1-0 up. Yeah, it was like a half chance, but again, I don't react until I see it at the back of the net. I suppose that's like my advantage. But that's a good tackle and we can break forward with it. Here's a run from Forrest, gets in beside, options there in behind, Kyogo nearly gets in front. I think it was Suter or Davis, one of the two that came across to cut it out for the Japanese man there, and it's going to be a throw just outside and kind of line with our box. They can go long if they want to, but Johnston plays it in quickly and there's a half chance for James Forrest, who has a half crack and it goes over the bar. Good stop for the wee man, at least he's trying to force it on goal, not trying to take too many touches or do too many delicate things, just eyes it up, swings at it. That's what we need to see. Bit more pressure, maybe put it on target next time, but besides that, good. That's something we can call a win. Ball sent up by Butland. Diamonde's up to try and win the header. Doesn't necessarily work out. So Stalling kind of steps in to help him. That's a good feat for Maeda to hold that up. Still has it and eventually loses out. It's just going to bounce to Lundstrom and the referee waves play on. I think that's fair all round there. Nice for Diamonde to step past his man, opens up space, and there is a break here. Lawrence out to Fabio Silva. There's openings all across the pitch here. There's that over the top cross that can cause so many problems, and it nearly does as well. It's not fully cleared away by Taylor either, which is why this is going to be difficult. I've seen that too many times with a simple ball over the top, and Taylor once again dragged out. Rangers send it straight back into the box looking for options, but Carter Vickers gets it clear this time, and Celtic can control their swing of momentum. It's a really awful pass for Matt O'Reilly, and he should have picked one of the other two completely open options, I should say. Johnston does well to recover it. Fabio Silva's trying to put some pressure on him, but I think the Portuguese man knows that he's not going to get past the Canadian, so he just steps off and allows him to take the ball. For once, he doesn't try and snap at any heels or anything. How you doing, guys? Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you, Michael, as well. How you doing, man? Hope you're well. That was a really big chance for Rangers, by the way. I'm not sure if it was Sterling or Diamonde, but whoever the 21 is, really had a big chance. Scales was able to kind of pop it and head it away, though it wasn't really going to be on target, if that makes sense. But it was certainly going to cause a threat or so. You're sitting on a doorstep waiting for a lift, oh goddamn. I'll do my best to provide it until, well, as much commentary as I can until you have to leave, my man. Here's Scales, tries to step forward, and options are opening here. Here's Taylor, nice. Good touch for Maeda, good stuff for the wee man. Point cross that. Does try, it takes a deflection and it's out for a corner kick. That's a bit better for us. Decides to go a tad bit more direct and try and cause a few more problems, which is fine. We take it, we absolutely do take that. It's the game that can go either way. No Old Firm Glasgow derby ever is easy to predict. That's a very poor pass, I've got to be fully honest with you. Forrest will chase it. But we haven't really set ourselves up there, although Forrest has just run past his man and opened up spaces again. Forrest with a crack out shot, and it's a tipped over the bar for Butland. The wee man's deciding to go for blood here. You love to see it. Nice for Jamesy. I don't think it was necessarily a threat, and I'm pretty sure it would have probably been off target, but Butland was not taking any chances, just kind of palms it over the bar for safety. And Celtic have a corner kick. This is good. Big Matthias O'Reilly. We do have a few physical bodies in the box. If we can get them into them, it's hit up high and over every single person, including the Rangers players. So that was bad. Do not worry about it, Michael, mate. That's why Old Firms are always weird. Like, it's always stupidly early kickoffs. I would like, ideally, for it to be at 3 PM, but that would give people a chance to get pushed. So of course they do that. I was meant to grab my, tobacco stick before I started streaming, but I forgot to do that, so I've got that now. Here's Hart. To Scales. Could run it forward now, son. Does indeed do so. It's not the greatest touch for Atati, but I tell you what, the second one was great. Followed up by a really shit pass. That seems to be the theme in the early stages of this game. Individually fine, but that should be a foul, and it is a foul, and it is going to be given. There we go, right on the edge of the area. It's about 25-30 yards out. Can be a problem. It's definitely end to end in the opening stages. Celtic have had one or two okay chances. Rangers have had that half cross into the box. It really could have done some damage if, I think it was Dion Sterling that was the one that kind of flipped the head down. But in the early stages, there's some good exchanges, so you can take it like that. We do have a free kick in a very deadly area. If we can stick it on target, at the very least we can force Butland to go for it, which would be good. If not, tap it out for a corner kick and we can go. You do not need to worry about that sandwich, my man. Oh, come on, Celtic. How many VR penalty checks will I shake it today? I'd say at least 2. Probably in the second half, because that's usually where it all kind of happens. It's going to be Matt O'Reilly and Kyogo that step up over this one, so it's definitely going to be shot on target, because these two are not really known for delicate plays. It's going to be Matt O'Reilly! It's past the post! That was a good free kick. Oh, I'm not sure how close to goal that was, but it was certainly, yeah, it was curling away. Fuck off. Like, it was just bending and then just went around the post. That is unlucky. Could have been good for us, but it's just behind the net. That's unlucky, man. Decent, though. Very fucking decent. Butland sends it high, trying to find some options. It's sort of one back, sort of not. Scales will get there in the end to recover it. Celtic seem to be a bit more comfortable on the ball, although I'm saying that in a very loose term, because even then we're not very comfortable. How many will Celtic get? I'm saying 2-1, honestly. Apologies if I blew your ear out there, Kevin, but it's going to happen a few times today. Look, this is one of the few games where I genuinely do have nerves, and like, you know, we're up against someone that you want to beat. That's a loose touch for Scales, nearly loses out there to Sterling, but recovers well, and it's played out wide for Taylor to take a run down that left hand side. He's got space now that Sterling's been sucked out of that space. Ball down for Maeda, good tackle in fairness for Tavernier, and it's going to be a throw in. Maeda did well to keep him on the chase, and we'll have the pressure in their box at the very least, so we can cause some problems. We wouldn't put the pressure on them. All the Celtic players have the game of their lives. Not even the game of their lives, just the game of the season. We want the game of our lives to come in the Champions League final next season, you know. You know what I mean? But we take it, man. It's been a good start. Both teams have quite clear goals and agendas of how they want to set up to play this game. Celtic are counter-attacking and Rangers are more intent on trying to hold the ball up when they have it. They're playing more offensive. Trying to kind of spread the space, especially down those central funnels, and it's kind of causing some problems. Crowd need to be up for it today, suspect they will be. Oh, fucking do right, mate. They've been making noise since the very moment the whistle went. Oh, that should be a foul, yep. Diamonde kind of wondering why it's a foul, but no offence, lads. If you go in with your studs up and catch a man, it's usually a foul, even if you win the ball. And he didn't even win the ball, he just caught the ankle. It looked like he won the ball the first time round, but yeah. It's not a card or anything, just a slightly late challenge, but certainly a foul for us. "40 asses to 0 against these scumbags." Love to see how you doing, Ian, man. Hope you enjoying your time here in Alabama, my friend. That's incredible. Love to see it, mate. Hope your missus is doing well as well, mate. Nervous? I do not blame you at all, she told me. Everybody feels nervous in these types of games for a bunch of different reasons. That's a little slack from us, I'll be fully honest. Ooh. Is that me or is that someone else? Ah, it was someone else, fair enough. Oh shit, that's a loose break actually. Maybe put a leg in, boys. Maybe put a leg in, yep. Oh, McGregor, mate, that's a little bit too slack for that. And I wouldn't imagine Rangers would set up to try and play like offensively here. They'd probably just roll it across and then ping it in, kind of thing. Oh Jesus, Dave. I don't think that's how the lyrics go. A win is the only outcome of this game. Yeah, basically a draw wouldn't really favour any team. You know, Rangers would look at it like, shit, we still need to hope Celtic lose one of the other two matches. And Celtic will look at it like, damn, we could have wrapped this up against these cunts. Well, both teams have a lot to play for, so we've kind of got it in that sense an advantage. McGregor needs to be the he needs to more, so that's where they will try and attack us. Realistically, what we're seeing in the early stages of this game is that they're trying to use the central space, pop it out wide, and then funnel it in with quick crosses. Because they know that Johnston and Taylor aren't really good with their back up against the wall. Like if they're forced to body against a defender or someone that's making a late run, then Rangers have the physical advantage to get someone up and over and head that ball. So if they're going to get a goal, it will be through some form of cross. But anytime they've tried to go straight through us, it's not worked because Scales is just stepping out and covering that space, and Taylor just kind of tightens up the ship by stepping in a bit. But it's not to discredit Rangers either, because they're doing the right things. They're peppering the right areas, trying to look for options, but Celtic in turn are just shutting them down and then quick countering them. So it's very similar to the last Old Firm, just with the exception that there's no like momentum pendulum doing this the whole time. It's like both teams are very firmly here right now. I wouldn't say Celtic's been the better team, but I'd say we've been the more comfortable team, which is kind of a given when we're on the home ground. Clement doesn't look too happy, but he's still in the game early stages, although, again, for us, it'll be putting shots on target that will be the problem. The Solar Storm, what are you talking about? Well, there we go, I think we're just giving the ball away there. Not really fully cleared away by Rio Atati either, it's just going to kind of bounce down. Forrest. Really should have put more height on it. Like, that's not really good, lads. There's a chance for Rangers. Fabio Silva nearly puts it in the back of the net. Fuck off with that, man. There was about 6 individual attempts to get that clear, and not once did you fuckheads succeed. Do not do that again. That was close. It was nowhere near on target. We have the advantage of that. But as Virtual's just said there, yeah, we can't be hanging on to the ball because that was fucking dumb. We nearly just threw away a whole game plan there. Take a touch, pass it. Stop trying to hold the ball up. Carter Vickers nearly gets bodied and lost out to Desers there. Johnston, he gets bodied this time, although we buy the foul. This is what I'm saying though, we're trying to do a bit too much. Take a touch, lay it off and run. That's how you play counter-attacking football, man. I was just saying, are you talking about the one that was in the box earlier on, guys? Sorry. Ball's laid across flat. Rangers do have a chance to break out from here. Well, they sent it high and there is a chase on. Taylor's up against Sterling. He does win it, but it should be a throw-in for Rangers, and it is indeed. So we'll have that to kind of slightly contend with now. So far, so good. That makes more sense. So I don't know if I'd missed something there, but yeah, the one a few minutes ago. The ball bumps up, but it's going to just go straight into the hands of Hart there, yeah. Not bad by most accounts. We'd need to push, put it to bed essentially. Is that wise, my? Oh, of course, my camera's decided to start lagging for no fucking reason at all. Give me 2 seconds, I'll see if I can fix that. See, it's fine on this screen. I don't know why it's just being cringe for no fucking reason, but that should maybe fix it. I have no idea. Scales, good touch. Pass it out, son. Instead he decides to go backwards. We're starting to do what I don't like seeing us do. There was space to go straight forward there, and instead we decide, fuck it man, we might as well give the ball back to Joe Hart for the 3rd time. Stop putting ourselves under needless pressure. The quick passes don't work because Rangers can just step into the space, lads. Take a touch and pass. Atati finally does it, and look what it happens, man. It opens up the fucking entire pitch. McGregor takes a touch, passes it forward. There's a break for us now. See what happens when you don't just try and be fucking clever. Ball's played forward. Let's see. Good ball in for Forrest. Takes a weird bounce. It's going to be gathered in the end by Fabio Silva. He's going to take a run down that right hand side. Puts it under some form of pressure, at least by McGregor. He's bodied down. That should be a foul, and it is. Fabio Silva kind of lets out a little smile. At least they exchange a wee kind of friendly, you know, fair enough, man. I think they just got caught in each other's legs or whatever, which is fine. Last thing we need is a jittery defensive performance. It'll be a long 90 minutes if we're not awake at the back. Yeah. There's been 1 or 2 moments early on, but it's the same for Rangers. We have broken into the box once or twice ourselves, so it's a two-way street here. It's just about who blinks first, kind of thing. Not the pass. There's one back by O'Reilly, but Lundstrom's going to make it physical. Yeah, I was going to say it was a little bit too physical, I'd say. It's a foul. I wouldn't say it's a card. I'm not sure if he got booked or not, but I don't think he did. Hey then, look, nice to see you, man. It's been a while. Hope you will, man. Hope you will. Hope you've been good. Connor Vickers plays it in. Good touch. Nice. Run it. McGregor has space. Shoot! McGregor! There's another good opportunity, but again, it's not on target. Better from us, though. Much better from us. That layoff pass for O'Reilly to open up the funnel run was brilliant. McGregor really maybe could have done a bit better to put it on target, but the shot was good nonetheless. Rangers immediately looking to send it high on the right. Scales just about wins the knockaway header. But Rangers still have the ball about 35-40 yards out from ours. And it's their turn to put us under a bit of pressure themselves. Here's Lundstrom. Switches it. Now's the time for dogs to start barking. Shut your fucking mutt up, cunt. Lundstrom steps inside space, takes a decent touch, although there's going to be an advantage there, and I think Rio may have pulled on the back of his shot. I wouldn't say it's a necessarily good or bad start for you guys. Ball's into the box for Rangers. Big chance again! Fucking hell, this is exactly what I'm talking about, boys! Remember how I said like 5 minutes ago how every time that we get a ball into the box and Johnston has to defend his back against someone, or Taylor has to defend his back to someone, they're useless? That was another example of that. I don't know why he's asking for a penalty either. That was... what the fuck? You did that the last match and it worked. You can't get fucking miracles twice in a season, Chief. You've had your luck. Carter Vickers has it. There was definitely nothing in that, by the way. It wasn't even really touched. Carter Vickers. Good pass. Bit better for McGregor. He's doing a bit more to run direct, which we take. Played out towards the right hand side. Here's James Forrest. Could be better, but opts to late shot instead. McGregor takes a touch, lays it off. Good dummy run for Taylor as well. Really good feet for him. Played out towards the right hand side. Here's O'Reilly, tries to go shot. Does fall at the edge of the area. Here's McGregor, takes a ball. Takes a fucking weird bobble off of someone as well. We still have it, edge of the area. McGregor again. This one's over the top of the bar. Bit better first. We're trying to spray with just a little bit more. Just specifically that dog, it barks all the fucking time. Cunt needs to put one of those yapper rings on it, man, because it does it every single morning for at least 2 hours. I don't mind dogs. Dogs are fine. Specific dogs are arseholes. Clement's now officially getting out his manager's seat. He's going out to shout some orders, I guess. Good touch for Carter. That is a very calm touch for Carter Vickers, by the way. If nothing else, that was probably the cleanest touch I've seen for him pretty much this season. Scales. I need to shut my window in a few minutes if that shit keeps up. Scales. Again, it's not the greatest pass. There's been a few slack ones for the Irishman, although it was recovered by Rio to get it back to our defenders at the very least, so Carter Vickers can run it forward this time. Play it out towards the right hand side. Good touch for O'Reilly. A little bit better on the offensive front, but for the most part. Nice. Forrest. 1-2. Takes a bounce, so it's a chase between Lundstrom and O'Reilly. O'Reilly's the one that wins out as well, and it's a good ball towards the back stick. Taylor. Or I was going to say Taylor there, but it was Maeda that was on the edge of it. He'll kind of keep the pressure on and alive. Rio's up against Diamonde. There's some awkward touches for Rangers, but they do get the ball under control in the end. Butland clears it away from Kyogo's chase down. Scales wins the knock on, and Celtic can wrap the ball back just on the halfway line and run straight forward with it. Here's Taylor. Opts to just kind of kill the ball there and going forward. Nice movement from us. We can run with this. Nice. Keep it going. Forrest has it. Steps inside his man. Good sell. Lovely ball across the back. It's going to take a deflection and go over. I suppose you have an opinion on, guys. You and Seethan? North Lanarkshire, my man, if that's what you're asking, Gally. You need a dog? Maybe so. I mean, to be fair, I can't have them where I live. Oh, it's a kind of half-assed corner, I'll be honest with you. It's going to take it's either going to be a throw-in for us, I think, yeah. It was like Suter that popped the header away in the end there. Nice for Rio. Bobbles out again for yet another throw, and this is going to be a theme, I'd say. Takes another slight touch, could be awkward there. It's a bit better from us, it's swung high, keeper really should just come out and claim that, but Davis kind of commands the area, shouts to leave it, heads it clear, and this time it's just about dealt with. Lawrence is under some pressure there. And for some reason they've pulled it back for a foul on Desers, and they're trying to play a quick foul. Nice fucking try, cunt bags. But the play wasn't set, and the referee kind of reminds them of that. It's like, yep, you can't just play by your own rules, lads. I respect it, guys. At least you call it for what it is. Oh, I don't like that. That's a bit better for Taylor, although it comes across his man in the nick of time. Although the passing is very slack, we do get it away, and McGregor can run with this. He's been doing a lot of that this game. Give him credit where it's due. He's kind of grown into this match more and more. Maeda down the left hand side. Sorry, tries to force some issues. Ball into the box. Rio, good touch. Lays it off. O'Reilly, edge of the area, and again it's just past the post. Right, lads, respectfully, you need to stop putting them on target now. It's good. The football is great. But that is so much space to not get it on fucking target at least, man. Very similar to his free kick. It was always just kind of spinning around the post. Oh, that could have been really good for us, man. That could have been really good. It's hard to argue that we've not been the better team, but it's not comfortable. You got a pit bull. I love pit bulls, to be fair, and a chihuahua. Chihuahuas not so much. I just don't like little dogs. At that point, I just see it as like have a cat. Any of these bastards. That's absolutely beautiful, Ben. Although we say that and they're getting into us, so it's played out towards the right hand side here. Ball's whipped across. I think they're trying to claim something there, but it definitely didn't come off his hand. Nah, okay, yeah, no, we're more than fine. Let's just allowed to kind of play out and we can go again. Scales just runs away for his man, and in fact just takes a gallop right through the midfield and then just passes it straight to them. What the fuck was the point in that, Scales, my man? So, awkward touch for Butland. Kyogo won't really put too much pressure on him though, so he'll be able to have time to clear it as high as he needs to. Scales. Once again, poor with the clearance, and McGregor for some reason runs away from his man. Stand your fucking ground, Chief. That's not exactly what you're meant to do as the captain. Tavernier has it. Lundstrom will take a touch and spread it across. Looking for quick passes in behind. Barisic lays it quickly in to Lawrence. Silva has it. Lundstrom back to Diamonde. Rolled out, and there could be a run down that side. Here's Dion Stalling, tries to take a good touch, doesn't really set himself up correctly, so Maeda can nip at his heels, so to speak, and cause some problems. That's why we need to be careful who we bring in. If we don't be careful, it's going to get worse for us. Ideally for you, I'd say it's more in your defensive areas, midfield areas. Like, your attack isn't horrible, but you'll lose a few of them obviously through like kind of hanging reasons. Losing Silva won't suck for you though, I can say that in confidence. We've got 3 kittens. Yeah, you do have the ones that meow like fuck, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a preference of cats or dogs. Like, some cats are arseholes, some are nice, some dogs are arseholes, some are nice. All animals are cool. Just depends if you click with them or not. There's a corner kick for Rangers here. It's swung in the middle, bounces up over everyone. It was very similar to the one that Celtic had not too long ago, where it just kind of goes through everyone somehow. But Rangers do have it back after a couple of bobbles and clearances away. Very naughty. Yes. Little mischievous critters, we'll love to see it. That's a good touch for them to actually keep it under control. Lundstrom's done very well there, to be fair to him. Gets the ball into space. There's a chance for Rangers on the edge of the D. Although Maeda in turn has just managed to run all the way back and cut that one out for a throw-in. Fair enough. Oh, a Hunaway cross. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what type of dog I would honestly have. Probably something like a St. Bernard's. And it's just showing that corner kick again. It really could have bobbled up a bit more awkward, but we got away with that one a little bit, I think. Just about half an hour or so into this game. What are you making of the match so far then? Certainly not as high intensity as I thought it was going to be. There's not been anywhere near as much attacking as you would have maybe guessed. Like, Celtic have made chances, do not get me wrong, but we've very rarely put them on target. I swear we've had it past that fucking left hand post at least 3 times now. If we're putting the shots on target, then yeah, by all means we could be doing a lot more damage. That's a shit pass again for Scales. That's a couple of times now, son. Fucking steady your shit. Even he shakes his head like, what the fuck was that? Just need to finish our chances. Sorry. Jesus Christ, that's the one downside of drinking Sprite, my god. We just need to finish our chances. Damn right, like, if we can put them on target, at the very least we're forcing Butland to tip them around the post or like make him move. But the only time we put it on target, it was basically straight at him. All he had to do was pop it over the top. But the same applies to Rangers. They've not really put anything on target either. They've got it into the right areas, but the execution on pulling the trigger just isn't there at the moment. Both teams are having the same sort of problems. Just one's having a bit of an easier time making those chances, and right now that's us. But I do want to see us get one. That's a ball out wide towards Dyson. See if he's going to run at it. He does run at it. Could tee himself up for a chance. Lays it off for Callum McGregor instead. Callum switches it to his Scottish counterpart and Taylor. Good one. Well, I thought it would have been a 1-2 there, but instead Rio just kind of slithers his way through a couple of them and then plays it back towards Carter Vickers. Forrest, good feet, does well to hold it off. Johnston has some time. Rio tries the quick pass out towards O'Reilly. Step inside, touch, could be on for a shot. There's a chance! Good save for Butland! What the fuck? How'd you miss that one then, Kyogo Chief? Massive chance. Oh, how'd we miss that? That was fucking huge. That is a genuinely really good save for Butland, but I need to know how Kyogo couldn't put that anywhere not central. It rolled right to him. He hits he gets power on it, but just no direction at all. I think Roger's reaction says it all. He just kind of puts his arms down as if to say, lad, you're like a professional striker. What the fuck are you doing in it straight at the target? He picks a corner there, that's a goal every day of the week, but nah. In fairness to Butland though, managed to push it away. That's the big thing that's impressive about it. He didn't spill it back out. That was a big chance for us, man. Fuck's sake. Right now, Dave, Celtic are certainly the stronger team of the two. Rangers have had moments in this game, I'd say that's fair to say, but based on that chance just there, we should be 1-0 up, man. That was a bastardly good opportunity. And take it though. And now here's a chance for Rangers. They've kind of put it into the box. Carter Vickers just kind of punch it as far to fuck his way as possible. Need a goal before half time. Ideally, honestly, Alfie, that's the minimum that we need at this point. I don't like games that stay like this for long periods of time because we have a track record of conceding late goals for stupid reasons. So I want us to have a comfort in it. But again, Rangers, they've not grown into the game the way that they probably would have intended or wanted to. But they'll be looking at this like we're still in the game, we're still hanging in there, there's no real problems, far for fuss. They seem a bit more comfortable as the game goes on, but again, Celtic are going to be doing the same type of things. Ball spread out towards the right hand side. Here's Matthias. That's a good run. O'Reilly's going to continue it to give Forrest that option to just run in, and that's exactly what he does. Bit of a whip pass, and it's a loose touch for Kyogo, and it's once or twice now where the wee man's had an opportunity to do something really good and then opts to do the very wrong thing. Come on, Kyogo, son. This is your bread and butter, man. This is your type of game. Just more than happy to play across the back line at this point. Can't really fault Rangers for doing it. The Sales needs to get into this game. You need to start funneling more crosses in, if I'm being honest with you guys. I feel like that's the way Rangers get into this game. Whenever they've gone central, it's not worked, but anytime they popped in a cross, it's caused some fucking problems, you know what I mean? Like, it could be worse for us, you know what I mean? Like, right now, Rangers are setting up to play defensive, so if we want to take advantage, this is the time to do it, because Rangers will always grow into it during the second half. Problems will arise, things will come in clutch in some aspect, but for the most part, they'll always give a team in the... You've seen it against teams like Kelly and stuff, or like Motherwell a few weeks ago, where Rangers will have a half where they'll kind of sit in. That's a really good pass in behind, by the way. Nice. Good for McGregor. Has an opportunity. That's a touch for O'Reilly. There's a shot! Yes! Yes! Matthias! Matthias, my boy! Celtic lead! Let's go, son! We put one on target that isn't awful! We lead! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, it's him again! It's him again, Mr. fucking Magnificent himself! Get in, man! For once, we actually just take a shot and hit it. Good stuff. I do not know what fucking Davies is doing, or is it Suter that's meant to man mark him there. But he just stands his ground, doesn't try and close this. He just kind of waddles out to try and close no space. Oh, that is so good. Come on, man! Step 1, done. Step 2, kill the fucking game. Good shit. Ho! Matthias once again, by the way, that man is too sexy for his own good. I swear to God, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, all those teams, fuck off. Do not touch my boy. He is actually God, I'm convinced. At this point, he's God. I do not care. Fucking yes, son. Oh, we appreciate a midfielder that understands the concept of shooting. There's a flare on the pitch. Let's go. Please don't let it fucking stop the game. Just get it off. We take that. We absolutely fucking take that, boys. Celtic 1, Rangers 0. Butland was raging, and honestly, he has every reason to be there. He's the only player that I usually feel bad for in these types of games. Oh, we take that. Everyone, yes, yes, get in, get it right fucking up. Oh, look at that, man. The North colours in full fucking swing right now. Flash is in there somewhere. I'm trying to see if I can spot him. Taps half weather, man. All you can see is the pasty white chests everywhere. Let's go. Good fucking shit. Matthias, you sexy bastard. I'm so glad I hyped him for the start, man. I'm so glad I hyped him for the start. Like, we did so well there. Oh. I'm happy. Spark up, boys. Time to spark up. Very pleased. Oh, Clement looks raging and all, man. There's nothing they could really say to it. We've definitely been the better team. That's a really good ball for Carter Vickers. Good touch for Maeda. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Go on, son. Cross it. I need the ball. Ah! Yes! Yes! If that's how they lose the title, that is the most funny Yes! Lundstrom! Ya beautiful scouse bastard! Let's go get him signed up, man. Agent Lundstrom, boys. Agent Lundstrom. Let's go. League's done, boys. Title might be over. How the fuck did that happen then? Oh! Oh, you're not laughing now, are you, fella? You're not laughing now. Oh. That is so... Oh, that's so good for Maeda. What the fuck, man? The cross-in wasn't particularly great, but Lundstrom just... He forgets that he's meant to defend it, and... Oh. That is the most Rangers clip you will see this entire season. It's the classic Rangers capitulation. Holy shit. We've been gifted it, but do you know what? That's deserved. Honestly, that's deserved for all the shit we've gone through this season, to be fair, with bad decisions that have went against us. That's fair enough. My 8 has been yellow carded because he ran off to celebrate in front of the fans. I fucking love that so much. I have no idea how we've just done that, but we've scored, what, 2 goals in 3-4 minutes? Oh. Very pleased, boys. Very pleased. Oh. Well, Rangers have to go now, basically. That's it. Like, they're going to have to go for us. This is going to be a classic end-to-end game then. It's going to be... This is basically the last Old Firm on repeat. Celtic will go 2 up. We'll get comfortable. Rangers will feel confident enough to just go for it because they'll be like, fuck it, why not, right? Exactly what they're doing here. Here's Fabio Silva. Cuts it back across. Oh, Johnston, son. Markham. That's it. Oh, fuck off. There it is. There's the cross. Oh, fucking what, man? Well, there you go. It's in the back of the net. Rangers are back in through a fucking cross. It's like the fullbacks just switched off. Nice one, lads. Yous have literally just cheesed it. Well, there we go. That cancels out Lundstrom's goal, for fuck's sake. Boys, what the fuck was that? It's like the attackers do all the heavy lifting and then the fuckers at the back just switch off. Simple cross in for Barisic. It wasn't particularly that threatening. But the header up for Diamonde was enough to get De Selza run in to just win the header cleanly. Johnston was piss poor there, just let his man go. Fair enough, can't argue with it. Joe Hart continues his streak of not being able to save fucking shots. That was piss poor, man. You have to come out and fight for that, but Hart just swipes it thin air as well. There we go, we take it. I guess it's fair enough. It's whatever it goes. But we can't allow them to grow back into the game after that. There have been fucking 3 goals in about 5 minutes. Old Firms are wild, man. This is interesting as shit. Well, I mean, to be fair, Michael, you said you wanted a goal. We got 2, so that's fine. But Rangers have got 1 to kind of cancel it out, so to speak. I can't argue with it. It's fair enough, you know. It's a completely legitimate goal, but very stupid to just let them in behind like that. And Johnston nearly does it again with Silva. Like, how many fucking times, son? He wins the tackle that time round, but once or twice, the fullbacks are going to cost us this game. If they are going to cause us any problems, it's going to be Johnston and Taylor. Because Johnston didn't mark his man for the cross, and then Taylor's just kind of standing at the back stick, not willing to mark Diamonde, so... Or Stirling, I should say, my bad. So when you look at it like that, slightly worrying. He's just stood and watched it, basically, yeah, virtually, your spot on. Joe doesn't use his size, it should have been his ball, yeah, to be honest. We're going to get a penalty here for what, exactly? I'm struggling to see what they're trying to claim a penalty for. I'll be fully honest. Yeah. More goals for Celtic, looks Celtic not panicking. That's the way to look at it, man. It's a 90-minute sport. The game could be fucking 3-0 at 80 minutes, and there have been games where that's not the score at full time. I'm just happy we're winning. I don't like the fact that we conceded straight after fucking score. I mean, Rangers have done that twice technically, because they conceded and then conceded immediately afterwards as well, but then scored. It's just like there was a weird 6-7 minutes where everything just kind of went haywire. But I think both teams will probably calm down. Claim a penalty because they've not had one yet. Well, yeah, I mean, they tried that earlier on when Fabio Silva went down, but To be fair, there's not really been many physical touches in the box. I think both teams are aware, just do not touch anyone in the box, because realistically both teams will go down looking for it. That's the sad thing about today's sport. Scales. That's a good touch inside. Take it on at him, son. Does indeed do so. Runs it. Space over the top. Chase it, Kyogo. Go on, son. Oh, he's not going to get there, is he? Nah. We'll put ourselves under some form of pressure there, but I like that for Forest to try and cause the problem, but always going to be a Rangers goal kick. Very weird first half, I will say. Very weird first half. Not a bad half though. I'll take it. We're 1-2-1. We've been the better team. The only thing I can really complain about is the fact that they've only scored with one shot on target. There's Rio for range. Oh! Well, it was never really going to threaten the goalkeeper, but it's nice to remind him that he can still face shots for that far out. Keep Scotland switched on, I suppose. So far, so good, though. You'd say one more just before that. Just before, I mean, that'd be wishful thinking, man. That'd be 4 goals in 10 minutes of football. I know the Old Firm teams are not really known for defensive acumen, but... Okay then, that was a big fucking challenge. That's going to be a yellow card straight out the gate for Lundstrom. Was it Lundstrom that went in him? Ah, what was I? Straight through the back of Johnston, by the way. I've seen red cards given for that, but I think he won the ball, so that's what saved them. Oh, I tell you what, by the way, that could be red card material. That maybe should be. He didn't fucking win the ball at all. That's a red card, boys. I don't really know what to say to that. I have seen much less fouls given straight reds for that. Through the back of him, takes the ankle out. Johnston stayed down. That needs to be checked. That really should be checked, because there is no contact on that ball, boys. I thought Lundstrom had won the challenge, so I was like, fair enough, but he didn't. But because it's Rangers, they won't check that. Hopefully they do. They are going over at the monitor, they're going to check it. This could be really bad for Rangers, but it is a red card offence. I'll tell you right now, lads. By the rules of the game, he didn't touch the ball. He's going over to look at the monitor now. Yeah, he's only taken a few seconds to look at it, to be fair. This might be a red, boys. Because he does not touch, yeah, the slow motion doesn't help Rangers here, but it is completely and utterly straight into the back of the ankle, nowhere near the ball. Because he uses Johnston's leg to follow through. Yeah, I think it's going to be a red. Zian's just said there, Lundstrom off, so I'm going to guess that's the case. He's called Lundstrom over. It's the right call. I mean, as much as I want to say that, you know, let it go 10 years ago, that would be fine, and I guess it would be, but by today's standards, as much as I hate to say it, that's a red card offence. Straight up. So Lundstrom's off. He's scored an own goal, then he's been sent off. Agent Lundstrom once again. But yeah, I think we might probably lose Johnston. I think he might have to get taken off. I'm not too sure. He's up and hobbling at the very least. But it did look like a bad one, man. So Rangers are down to 10 men. Well, technically 11 men now, but to be fair. Can't really argue with it. And it means we'll go into half time realistically with just a bit more of a relaxed Celtic goal scorer sent off. Typical SFA in a way. I do feel a bit bad for Lundstrom because he did genuinely go for the ball, but if you go through the back of someone's ankle like that, it's hard to argue with it. Like, it wasn't for the side, it wasn't for the front, it was through the back of them. And if you go through the back of someone, you're not going to get too much go your favour, unfortunately. So that's a good touch from McGregor. We might be able to squeeze out one more chance before half time. There'll probably be about an extra minute played on top of the 3 that we've just gone through. So, oh, there might be a half chance for us here. It's in the box, nice. Oh, it's loose for O'Reilly though. We've won the ball back on the edge of the area there, but I think there's going to be a yellow card coming out for Rio this time. A little bit of a hectic end towards this. The game's getting away from Colm, yeah, a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a called offence. Did he win the ball? No, but he didn't really touch Sterling either. It's not a yellow card, it's a foul. But fair enough, I guess. Has to balance the books in some way, I suppose. You got no excuse to lose tomorrow. Well, it's their own fault. Lundstrom knew, if I don't win this challenge, chances are it's a red card. He didn't win the challenge. It looked like he did, that's why I thought it would have been fine, but that first replay was like, unlucky, mate. It's going to be sent forward by Butland and just kind of bobbled down. And I think that is half time, and it is half time, so we can kind of take a little bit of a breather. It's been a very boring first half an hour, followed up by a very hectic 15 minutes. I've got to say, it's been all over the place, but after O'Reilly's very, very nice opener, there have been two very shit goals. I think that's probably the kindest way to say it. I mean, a Lundstrom own goal off of a deflected Maeda cross that really should have been dealt with a lot more easy, but Lundstrom kind of put it into his own net past Butland, and then literally about a minute and a half later, I think there was about 75 seconds between us scoring our second and DeSelle's being able to tap in a header. You know what I mean? Swing like a pig in a synagogue, for fuck's sake. He went all in to take a player out, mate, it's a red in my eyes. I mean, if you've got a Rangers fan saying that, then you know. Like, it is a red card offence. 20 years ago, you might get away with it, but by today's standards, I've seen Celtic have so many red cards given for way less challenges than that, so it's one of those, I guess. If there's any games that you want me to check out, by the way, feel free to let me know and I can do so for you. But if not, then I'm just going to sit on the screen for a little bit while I catch myself and get myself a little bit of a breather. But yeah, all accounts, not bad at all. Say for the most part, it could have been a lot worse. We played okay for parts of it. I wouldn't say we've been our best, but we've had more shots on target, we've had more of the possession overall, we've made more chances, we've forced Butland to work a couple of times. Can't really complain about it when you say it like that. I thought this would have been a lot more stressful, and despite it being 2-1, that red card has calmed me down a solid 25-30%. You want me to check the Serie A scores? That's more than fine, isn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you there, Callum, at all, mate. 2 seconds, I'll check the Serie A out for you now. The only game was yesterday, Chief, and that was Frosinone against Inter, and Inter won that game 5-0. The other game, there's Napoli and Bologna at 5, Milan and Cagliari at quarter to 8, and then all the other games are tomorrow. If you want a little glance, I'll pull them up here, give me a second. And boom. There you go, mate. There's your little gander, there are all the fixtures, but yeah. And I won the game earlier on, if that's the one you're talking about, with 4 studs above the ankle. How could it not be a red? Just because I've seen other people get away with it this season. Aberdeen had a call like that very similar a few weeks ago where there were studs up and it was only yellow, and Celtic had a call a few weeks ago that was the exact same, you know, where someone went through the back of us. I think it was the Dundee match. Or was it the Dundee? I think it was either Dundee or County, but someone went through the back of Scales and it was the same type of thing. Like, it was nowhere near as harsh as that, it was nowhere near as like blatant, but you know. Yeah, honestly, that's the one thing that surprised me the most. Like, as soon as Johnston stayed down, I thought that was game, set and match. We've lost our boy for the rest of the season, but so far so good. Nah, see, they're just showing the replay of the goals. Because that first one is genuinely really nice, by the way. The first one's stunning. Nice build up, good touch in behind for McGregor, the layoff pass. And O'Reilly just touch, shoot, bang. 8 goals second half. Imagine that, Braden. Holy shit. That'd be insane. Scales is off. I wouldn't say he's been awful. He's had a couple of bad miss passes, Zep. I'd say that's fair to say. He's not really been himself. But he hasn't played awful. I'd say the worst player on that park right now is Joe Hart, mainly because he had a header straight up and he couldn't save it. I'm still worried about Fiorentina and Atalanta too. Well, I mean, it's Atalanta against Leverkusen in the Europa League final, right? I'd honestly see that being the case. Not a red card? You seriously don't think it's a red card, Zip? I mean, at first I didn't, but that's because I thought he'd won the ball. But when you watch the replay, he goes through the back of Johnston, and that's like, it's Johnston's leg that kicks into the ball and not Lundstrom's leg itself. Can we get a flash in for the half-time report? Well, we could. He's quite literally at Celtic Park right now, in the middle of all that, so it'd be probably hard to get a hold of him, I'd imagine. AJ's built different. I know, sprinting after that is assault by Lundstrom. Like, that's the thing that surprises me, is like, he's a tough motherfucker, Johnston. You give him credit where it's due. Like, he has been injured a lot this season, do not get me wrong, but he's literally the brunt of so many physical tackles. Like, that motherfucker this season, he's been elbowed in the back of the head, like the back of the head. He's been like, had his back nearly fucking absolutely paralysed for like knees in the back. He's had his ankles wiped out at least fucking 10 times in different ways this season. And every time he just gets up, it's like, fucking hell, man. Are you sure you're Canadian, Chief? Like, you must be Scottish in some aspect to be built like that. But it is very similar to the last derby. Well, maybe not the exact same, but like, do you know that stint in the second half towards the end of it, where there was like 3 or 4 goals? Oh, well, definitely at least 3. But it's kind of like that, you know. It's a very interesting lineup. The difference is obviously Rangers are going to have to play the second half at Celtic Park with 10 men, and Celtic will want to put the sword to the cosh. I said it would be 2-1 at full time. I don't think that's going to be the case now, because Celtic will want to kill this. They'll want to get a third and then they'll sit in. That will be the game plan realistically, because we don't want to do too much. We know as long as we win, we're fine. Even a draw is not horrible, but right now with the circumstances we've got, anything less than a win would be fucking horrific. Can we know defend a fucking cross? Oh yeah, honestly Brian, you've hit the nail on the head there, man. Like, I called it out right at the start of the game. If Rangers were going to score a goal, it was going to come from crosses. It's pub for the second half, let's go. We'll love to see you in it. Hail to you as well, mate. Hail to you as well. 4-1 or 5-1 will do for a prediction. Well, if so, we fucking, honestly, that'd be great. 5-1 would be funny, honestly. I think we've done that to them a few times over the last few years. Just above the ankle, yeah, seriously surprised not broke his bloody leg. That's why shin guards exist, mate. Prevents all that stuff from happening to some aspects, although I've seen the size of some fuckers' shin guards in recent years, so just kind of like, what's the point though? But it's the same reason why they have like if any of you ever seen like professional football or socks, it's not just like normal socks, it's like compressed socks, and the ankle bit, there's a little bit more there, so if you do get challenged, your ankle won't roll as severely. It kind of like does a whole thing behind it. How you doing, Alan? Nice to see you, mate. If you want to have a look at the score, then you'll be quite pleased to see that right now Celtic are 2-1 up. Rangers are down to 10 men. There's been a very weird end to the first half. Pure thuggery, absolute shot. Well, yeah, I mean, Lundstrom, the fact that it wasn't a straight red is kind of what surprised me initially, but quick VAR review. Yeah, and even Boyd said it was a red. I was just about to say that, by the way. I was like, I'm listening to him kind of ramble in the back, and he's like, as much as it is a genuine attempt to go for the ball, yeah, he's not going to, he wasn't going to ever really win it. It's straight red in my opinion, but can't fault it. At least it wasn't one of those weird calls where it could have been a red or maybe couldn't have been a, that is straight up. Like, there's no debate there. Like, and even the most loyal Rangers fan will be like, yeah, in hindsight, once all the kind of like adrenaline of the game wears away. But Rangers aren't out the game yet. This is one thing we need to realise, right? There's still 45 minutes of football, and Rangers could come out and give us a hell of a fucking opening 5 minutes, get a goal, and then sit and defend it, and still keep themselves in the title race, right? They might not be playing for the win anymore, but they're certainly going to be playing to keep themselves alive. It's about pride for them. And they did that the last time, so we have to be wary. It's very straightforward. Machine cards are shy nowadays. Yeah, half of them are made out of carbon fucking fibre. No class, true colour shown. No, I mean, it was a fair attempt to go for the ball. It's just because, obviously, it's the other... Like, I don't understand why he needs to go for it, because even if Lundstrom won the challenge, what was he going to do? Like, he would have still been 25 yards way out on the left-hand side of the pitch. Like, it wouldn't have made sense. He still went in for it, so, I mean, I'm not going to complain, because it means we just have an easier job to see this game out, but I'd imagine Rangers will tighten up their ship to kind of play with a flat midfield and then drop. I'd imagine they'd either take one of their wingers off and then just kind of play with like a 4-4-1 type thing, which I think would make sense for them, because it means they could keep their thing, or they could alternatively just kind of go with a, you know, bring another striker on and then play with like a flat like 4-3-2 type thing. Oh, I can't fault it all, Alan. I can't fault it all. You enjoy the rest of your day, mate. You enjoy the rest of your day. It's been a pleasure to have you on anyway. Thoughts are with you, my man. Sorry you can't be here to watch the greatest victory of the season. Should it stay like this anyway? Would very much like it to be the case. Oh. Well, viewers want a little gander at the table, by the way, because this is quite good. But look at it. We wanted to stay this way for as long as possible, please. And obviously the rest of them are down and out anyway. Everything else is as is, with the exception of maybe Dundee being able to do something to catch St Mirren. That is basically how the table is going to end. But I'm just looking through the stats here myself. Actually, we have actually had a really good first half in comparison to them. I thought they did a little bit better with the possession and stuff, but yeah, that's what I find funny. 5 fouls, 2 yellow cards, 11 fouls, 1 red card. Well, where's their yellows? What the fuck? But yeah, over the course of the balance, I'd say we've been the better team. It's hard to argue against it as it stands right now. Was it a fair challenge? We went in like a raging bull, but we need to come out with 10 men and try and have a fight back. Yeah. I mean, sometimes players' heads just let them go at it. The best example I can think of is Atletico for us in the Champions League earlier in the season. That red card that Maeda got, you're like, it's just dumb. Why stick your leg up in the first place? But players make decisions, and if Lundstrom might genuinely have thrown away all of his like legacy at the club, because he's just basically handed Celtic the title. He scored an own goal and then got sent off, all within the span of 7 minutes. That takes skill. Like it takes genuine skill to be that bad. I don't know what his SOFA score rating would be, but I wouldn't imagine it would be much higher than a 5 or a 6. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying there, Virtual. Like, yeah, if he'd won the ball, what could he have done? Like, he would have been able to ping in a cross, maybe, but it wasn't as if it was like if he won the challenge, he would have been one-on-one with Joe Hart or anything. It was just unnecessary. It's just stupid, slack. But that's how it goes, and we do not complain about it because it just makes the job easier for us. But it's by no means smooth fucking sailing. Oh no, you're absolutely right, Scalper, mate. You're spot on. It is a dodgy challenge. Like, it's red every day of the week. Can't fault it. It's just in real time it looked like he'd won the ball. Then you see one replay, you're like, oof. Ugh. Yeah, can't really fault with it at all, guys. Cannot. We've got about 2 or 3 minutes or so before we're back on the way for the kind of second half, so with that playing an advantage. Oh, someone subscribed as well. Thank you very much. 12:59 we're at right now, so very cool, very pog, thank you. Yeah, do not disagree with that, to be honest. Do not disagree with that in the slightest. I feel like Rangers, if they're going to do anything in this second half, it's going to come from their fundamentals being correct. First of all, Butland's going to need to be on top fucking form, right? Better than he's been in the first half. Their defenders are going to need to be absolutely clutch from start to finish. Their midfield are going to have to do a lot more heavy lifting. And simply put, no matter what happens, they're going to have to go for us. They can't just sit in and defend, because if they do that, then Celtic win this game comfortably 4-5, even maybe 6-7, depending on how offensively powerful we want to be in this half, because it's our control now. We can choose to defend, which I hope we don't do, because 2-1 is never a safe scoreline, even 3-1 necessarily isn't. But with the advantage of us having 10 men, or Rangers having 10 men and us playing against that, we have the fundamentals to do the damage. That's the thing. They're coming out for the second half right now. Give you away, Stormy, a wave. No problem at all. Hello, Stormy. Hope you're having a good day. Everything's good in that sense. We're just about to get underway for the second half, so I was going to say I'll switch back to the other screen, but I'm already on it. I'm that clued in, that ahead of time. I think Kyogo will score. That would be best case scenario. I don't see any changes yet from either side. But by the looks of it, Rangers have changed their formation. And I think I'm right about what they're doing. I think it's that 4-3-2. I think Silva and Desers are going to be playing as like an anchor thing. Suitor is off for you. Is that the change that he's made? So you're playing with what? A 3-4... What, a 3-4-2 then? Oh, it's midfield, right, so it'll be a 3, okay, I got it then. I got you. It's a 3-4-2. Not the formation I would have expected, but it makes sense because it stops us for using the wings as much. McCausland is the change, by the way, in case you didn't know. Suter is off, McCausland is on, he's kind of came into play as that Roman anchor. But I think it's more or less just so they have as many bodies in the midfield as possible. 1260, by the way, thank you to whoever just subscribed there, very much appreciated, very kind of you. Ball's laid out towards Taylor, there is a run down that left hand side already opening up, and there is Maeda. Whipped in for Atati, edge of the area. It's not the greatest touch for Taylor, but it does actually get past his man. McCausland's going to put some pressure on, takes his man down, they both kind of sit on each other for a bit and give each other sweet whispers and wee kisses on the forehead. Love to see it, good start. Please, my Japanese boy. I'd love to see Rio get a goal as well, to be honest with you. I still remember that first Old Firm that he played for us. That fucking screamer, man. Oh, there's a big chance as well. It's not the greatest pop out for Rio. Although Carter Vickers, in fairness, does get it under control. Scales can gather it and we can go again. The opening 2 minutes, Rangers are very much forced into a defensive position. Kyogo, good layoff touch. McGregor. O'Reilly does well to get past his man. Space is opened up and it's just past the fucking face of the post again. And very similar to how the first half an hour of the first half went. We do well to get into the space, but the shot just isn't on target. It was a good effort though for O'Reilly. Can't fault it, but was it the right execution? Not necessarily. Clement doesn't look too happy with the start that his team have made, but then again, it's not as if you're still up for your prediction of 2 reds and 6 yellows. That's true. Well, you need 4 more yellows and a red this half. If you put a bet on that, that would have been probable good money, to be fair, guys. Your Scales takes a little step forward, looking for some form of option. Here's Rio, shot from the edge of the area, takes a bounce. The camera angle probably made that look a lot closer to goal than it was, but corner kick, Celtic's the end result regardless. Oh, ball's on the park, so we'll probably be forced to retake that again, yep. Guess we'll just switch and Rio swinging across, fair enough. Can't argue with it. Nearly 50 people in here, by the way, for a game that's easily accessible. Very much appreciated, thank you so much for everyone that's here. Rio's going to swing in this one. Hopefully towards the back stick this time, because every time we've gone near it's not worked. It is towards the back stick for once, and it has forced Butland to punt it clear. Or kind of punch it as high up as he can. McCausland will get there ahead of O'Reilly and just force it a wee bit further down the byline for a throw. Celtic won't really mind that because it just means we'll reset the shape and kind of attack straight away out the gate. Johnston lays it off for Scales. The Irishman lays it off for Taylor. There could be options down that left hand side again, and there are. Looks like Rio and Maeda have just temporarily switched roles. Nice for McGregor to pop that back out. Rio looking for a cross or at least a quick pass in behind there. It takes a bounce and they can send it forward. The Sails will chase Scales, but I think Scales has got the advantage every day of the week there and does indeed do so. Carter Vickers, he'll just kind of saunter forward. How you doing, Nosmo? Nice to see you, mate. One more, we'd love to see it. One more would be absolutely ideal. McGregor spreads it across. Scales, there is options here. They could go central. Does actually do that, which surprised me because usually he doesn't. McGregor lays it off. Forrest on the edge of the area. Could cross it here. Lays it off for McGregor to have a crack. It's going to bounce up and away. Fabio Silva will put himself on the chase. Taylor tries to body his man but ends up losing out horribly, to be fair. So Maeda has to come and do his job for him. Honestly, a wee machine. And again, Fabio Silva and Maeda exchange a wee kind of like formal. That was quite good for both of us there. And I like that, at least Silva's trying to play a fair game. I think he's learned after the last Old Firm not to be a wee diving bellend. I can respect it. Played it towards the right hand side. Forrest has it this time. That's a good ball in. O'Reilly's there. He's been taken down. Penalty kick for us. It's clear and obvious again. Diamonde should not have stuck a leg out there. What the fuck are Rangers doing? This is the biggest game of their season and they've absolutely thrown it away. It's just silly. Leaves a leg dangling and O'Reilly just falls over. It's soft, I'll be honest with you right now. It's very fucking soft, but he just shouldn't have left a leg in. Maybe it gets reviewed, I'm honestly not too sure. It's very soft contact there, Virtual, you're spot on. It's not what I would call a obvious pen, but Diamonde just, he leaves his leg out and that's the problem. Like, just needless again, very similar to Lundstrom. If you just don't touch your man, what's O'Reilly going to do? He gets past his man and fires a shot where there's 3 or 4 other defenders. Instead, just decides to try and cut his man out short and O'Reilly sees it. And like I said in the first half, if there's an opportunity for a player to go down and they see that it's obvious, they're going to do it. Doesn't matter who it is. This time we've taken advantage of it. They're checking it on VAR, so it'd be great to see Celtic score more. Yeah, but I'd like it to come in a fair enough circumstance. I want to win, but I want to win with pride and morality. If it's a penalty, then I get why. I've just explained the rules as to why. Would I give it? No. It's very soft. But if you leave a leg dangling and there's contact, it's a penalty and it's stupid, but I'd be very surprised. Because it's the fact that he leaves it dangling. Like, if he doesn't, it's just, if he pulls his leg in immediately, that isn't going to be shit. They are going to over to look at the monitor. But it's an awkward one, man, I'll be fully real. Because, yeah, they'll show that one. Leaves his leg dangling by the definition of the game. I think that's going to be a penalty. Slow motion doesn't make it look that much better, but it does catch O'Reilly, and that's the problem. It's soft as fuck, but if it's a pen, then it's a card, most likely, but I wouldn't see it being anything more than a yellow, because it's not as if he's trying to like intentionally wipe O'Reilly out, he's just trying to cut off O'Reilly's path of run. So it's one of those ones where I get it if it's given, I get it if it's not. I'm not going to feel too strongly one way or the other. I'd like it to be a penalty, it makes it easier for us, but yeah. It's one of those. It's a penalty, but I don't think they're going to give a card for it. I'd be very surprised if they did. He's not pulling anything out, so yeah, it's going to be a thing. I really wouldn't say that's a cheat kind of scenario, Chief. I've just ran over the exact reasons why it's given, and if you want to say that, go back to the last Old Firm. Fabio Silva had less contact and got a penalty for that. I guess we're just getting karma. We're just getting what we got for the last old firm. But we need to convert it. That's the other thing, I suppose. We've been really shit with penalties, so... Maybe God will do some good old-fashioned karma, and he'll be like, yeah. Oh, well, I think Watchalong's just put it there. He's just saved it. Well, there we go. Bear in mind, I'm about 20 odd seconds behind, so I guess I know at least. I think that's fair. That's justifiable. Can't really argue with it. It's going to be a relative step up, but... Yeah, it was a shit penalty, by the way. Fucking hell. That was a woeful penalty for O'Reilly. Like, I don't know what it is, man, but if we get a penalty in league play, for whatever reason, we just missed them. Piss poor for O'Reilly, so there you go. Yeah, what way you're at is fair enough. I think that's justifiable. You can't really argue with it. As much as I'd like it to be 3-1, the penalty was soft. But it just means that we're aware we can get into the box and cause problems, and they'll be more scared to touch us inside the box now that they know that that's the type of contact that can be penalty based. Ball's played out and straight away we're trying to whip it back into the box, so Celtic are just carrying on business as usual, which is the best type of approach to have. Just shake it off and go. I don't mind it. Please hi to Patrick, he's a big fan. No problem at all. Hello Patrick. Hope you're well, my man. Hope you're well. Hope everything's good. Carter Vickers has it here. He could roll it out towards the right hand side. There are options if he wants to take them. Big man's going alone. Fuck yes, son. Ball into the box is going to be headed away by Davies. It's up and away, but not necessarily clear. It is at the second time of action. Well, could have been, but Silva doesn't really get the clearest contact away there. McGregor has it. Lays it off. Good touch for Kyogo, and it nearly works out. And Rangers say, fuck that, fuck everything, and just pop it as far wide as they can get it. Fair enough. Maeda has got the throw. I was going to say he was going to throw it in, but he's just dropped it for Taylor instead. Scalise. Oh, straight back to Scaldini. That's a good pass. Kyogo does well to kind of take the momentum out of the pass to kind of kill it dead for the captain. Scales. Carter Vickers. Is he going to shoot? I thought he was going to fucking shoot there. I was about to say, I would have seen everything if Carter Vickers just straight through, man. Yeah, showing that penalty again. It was a good save for Butland. Can't take anything away if it guessed the right way, but wasn't really enough power in it to cause too many problems. Butland's going to send that one as high as possible. Could take a weird bounce. Does bobble up awkward. Rangers have it. No one's really comfortable on the ball for too long. Johnston's just going to eventually shovel out. Carter Vickers. Lay that for Rio. Could have been pickpocketed there, but just about avoids it, which is more than fine for us. Here's Scales, runs it forward. Could be open options. That's decent. Run it, son. Run it, son. Run it, son. This is good. This is really, and of course that's the perfect time for that to happen. Straight into path. Nice. Okay, better. O'Reilly. Any space. Go on, son. Shoot. Across. Kyogo bobbles. Doesn't necessarily go on target or anything. It just kind of bounces off. I think Davies there. But it was a really good. Like, we were doing a lot of side to side shit there, and then just one really good pass in behind. O'Reilly's cut-up pass and a lovely layoff touch for Forrest, and it was the right idea for Johnston to cut it back across his man, but the ground was held just about firmly by Rangers there. Give them credit where it's due. That is good defence. Although it's cut to the referee for something. What's happened here? Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, what was the check? I wasn't even really sure what happened. If it was for a handball call or something, but nah. Everything about it seemed relatively natural, so we move. It's a good layoff for Rio. Well, him and Maeda seem to be playing a bit more of a rotatory role this half. Here's McGregor. Taylor, nice. Lays it off for O'Reilly. Celtic are more than happy to just kind of pass the ball around. The body's in blue right now. It's a ball out towards that space. It could pass it in here. Should pass it in here. Nice idea. Doesn't necessarily execute it though. We're still kind of bobbling the ball all around the edge of the area right now. Could be worse. Could be way worse. Move it in. Son tries. The pass doesn't necessarily work out though, which is a bit of an unfortunate one, but it is what it is. Come on, boys. Yous know yous are better than this. Move the ball a bit quicker. Rangers are certainly playing with a bit more of a regressed approach now. I think they're more than fully aware that they're just going to have to sit in and do what's necessary. Ball's laid off. There's a chance here for us from range. It's bobbled through. Maeda's in. It's going to be offside though, 100%. I think anyone could see that for there. It's unlucky. It's a good finish for Maeda, but even he's smiling. I think he knows that's a mile off. Yeah, and he is a mile off, to be fair. Like, I mean, if it felt like a tatty, then sure, that genuinely would have been onside, but no. That was Maeda. Good finish, I guess. There's a couple of changes coming on for them. I think Yilmaz is one of them. I can't say in confidence who the other one is. Yeah, there's a first stage. Tom Lawrence is off. Raskin is on. I think Redvan's the other change. I won't know until I see the number on the... Oh, yeah, okay, right, it's Redvan. Redvan's the other change then. He's coming on. So Yilmaz and Raskin, they're the two changes. Lawrence and Barisic are the ones that come off. So just like for like switches, just trying to make sure that there's energy in the right parts of the park, especially since they know that we're trying to funnel it down the right hand side more and more now. Forrest seems to be getting more and more involved in the play, so that's good for us. McGregor, good punt forward. That is fucking excellent for Kyogo. The control on that touch was superb. Fabulous stuff. Carter Vickers runs it forward. Is there options there? Does find some, but it's played back to him in the end very quickly. Forrest uses that dummy run again. That's a good false pass. I don't know if he's offside or not. Referee says he's fine. Linesman didn't raise his flag either, so he must have been. We'll try and pickpocket it, but it's going to cannon off and it'll just be a throw-in for Rangers. Yilmaz just got out the rosary beads. Hey, fair enough, man, fair enough. Anything to get us over the line at this point. But I feel a lot more comfortable. This half's been very one-sided so far. Rangers haven't done too much, not for a good amount of time. We kind of knew that would be the case, but the longer we let this go and it stays 2-1, the more confident Rangers can feel about trying to grab something from this game, so it's not done yet. Never ever call a fucking Glasgow derby game done, because we know for the last time, it never is. Hope it works. Fingers crossed, man. Skildini, good time. Maybe not the pass I would have taken there, Rio, but it's the way we've gone. McGregor. Eventually funneled back into space. There's the quick pass out towards the right. Forrest can take a run at his man. He does get past his man, but not without a little touch to make it a little bit more difficult. Good work for... that was a really poor ball over the top for McGregor, to be fair. Right idea for the captain, just put too much on it. You still can't understand the offside rule in your 50. It's very simple, to be honest. As long as you're not behind the last man, you're on. Unless they're inside the goalkeeper's net, in which case they're not part of the pitch, therefore not part of the play. The goalkeeper isn't included in the offside rule, meaning that if you're in your own half and the ball's played to you and you're behind everyone else, you're technically onside because you're in your own half. Like that's like the basic rundown. Just hope that we don't concede a silly goal and get one of our own players sent off and make silly mistakes and he's got one or two. Don't jinx it, Michael. Do not jinx it, for the love of God, Chief. There's a couple more physical challenges coming in. Good. Kyogo kind of helps Redvan up and they move on. That's better. That's not the pass back I was expecting. Scales is going to be put under some pressure there, but he gets it away for Dessers in the nick of time. I feel like that would be one of the changes Rangers might consider bringing on at some point. Getting someone like a Kamal Roof on for physicality and try and go that route, but or maybe even take a Fabio Silva off kind of thing. Yeah, because they could do that and then bring on Roof and then have him and the Sales run as a duo, but that's if they want to take the offensive risk, because it comes at the cost of opening up that midfield space a tad. So it's one of those. But we seem to be just kind of peppering them with little kind of half-hearted chances for now. That's good for O'Reilly. Tries to sweep it in behind. There is an opportunity there. It's going to bounce off of a Rangers body and it takes the correct bounce away. Out for a throw-in, I think. Johnston's trying to climb ball or something. I'm not too sure. I mean, it did come off his hand, but it's like natural positioning. It is a throw-in. I'd say that's just about the extent of it. Leagues, yeah, basically, man. Mathematically, we would have to lose both of our games. Rangers would need to win both of their games, and they would need to overcome a goal difference right now of, I believe, 7. So right now they would need to win 3-0 and 4-0 respectively in their next 2 games without conceding. So fingers crossed we can see it out. That'd be the best case scenario. That's good for Forrest. Runs it in, nice feet, could lay it off here, does indeed do so. McGregor. Space for Taylor to have a crack, goes inside instead. There's a scoop in there and for some reason. I'm not sure why we're trying to be fancy all of a sudden. We really should have just taken a touch and shot there, but we opted to do the other thing instead. Carter Vickers to Kyogo, takes a deflected touch again. Seems like the millionth time Rangers have got a body in the way of the box to kind of cause some problems. Alright, thank you for the few subscribers we've been able to gain today. Very, very calm. Love to see it. 1261, thank you very much. I don't think so, Dave. I think after that it's moral defeat. Or maybe they'd call it a moral draw. I don't actually know, but... There's Scales. It's a weird bobble, so Maeda and Tavernier are going to go for a little battle here. It's won by the Rangers skipper in the end, but it's just poor for him as well, and it's given away, and Celtic can just gather the ball and go again. It's... Well, Forrest has it in the box now. Skips past his man, holds it up, he's gone down, but I think that would just be a corner kick. I'd be surprised if it's anything else. It looked like he won the ball there. Yeah, that's fine. Corner kick. The James Forrest redemption arc has been insane. Honestly, yeah, it's like, but I have a feeling he'll still be playing football in fucking 30 years somehow. Just doesn't age. Timeless type of player, man. You got to respect people like that just keep their head down and hustle. Isn't the flashiest player in the world, but he's certainly one of the most consistent, I'd say. He's always able to pull out like a stretcher form every season, and he's picked the perfect time to give it us this time round. That was a crucial challenge, by the way. Fucking hell. Big challenge for Johnston there. Scales. To Rio. Football and momentum, Michael. Sometimes teams can play better with 10 men because they know there's less mistakes to make. You feel like you're under more pressures, and some players thrive under it. Don't get me wrong, it's not as if Rangers have done much offensively, but defensively they've woken up, they've played okay. Like Butland's standing his ground, defensively they seem to be a bit more awake and aware. They know that they're just trying to sit in for that 1 or 2 big chances that they'll get when Celtic start to tire out. That's what they're hoping. Scales. To Taylor, it's a good challenge by McCausland to try and force that one away, and it's sent forward, and this is what I'm talking about. Rangers will just look for those little breaks. DeSers has it against Carter Vickers. Does well to step inside his man, and it's just a good header up. Although it's going to fall for a Rangers body. It's a good touch originally by McCausland, but the second one was a bit too heavy, and it's just in the end punted away by us to set ourselves up. Ain't too much time left in this game now. But it looks like one of our changes is coming on. It's going to be Adam Ida by the looks of it. Interesting. Do you take Messi? I'd take Messi right now. But then again, I don't think he would ever leave Inter Miami, considering the fact he's a stakeholder. There's a half chance for Rangers, actually. Give them credit where it's due. That was okay. Fabio Silva does well to kind of move into space and force the shot, but... yeah, it was showing that potential handball call for hell there. It would be... nah, definitely nothing in that. Oh, Johnston stayed down again. I don't know if that's the earlier injury coming back to bite him in the arse, or if he's just a little bit tired or cramp or whatever, but it looks like he's getting warmed up in the background as well, so I think he'll be one of the changes to come on, probably for Forrest, I'd imagine. Maybe Maeda, just for the sake of fitness and minutes. Messi going for I know, by the way, imagine that for a fucking storyline. I don't see any of them moving just for the sheer amount of money that they're making. Like, Messi's on a good wage, plus he owns like a stake in Inter Miami, so... oh, that's poor for McGregor, he's giving the ball away. Oh, but he's won it back. Fucking poggers. But yellow cards came out for that, and oh, now they're trying to talk shit to each other. Lovely. A little bit of afters between McGregor and Raskin there. Yeah, shot pulling for both, but McGregor was definitely the aggressor in that one. Ah, come on, Callum, mate, just calm it the fuck down. Don't do anything you don't need to, and you'll be fine. O'Keel goes off. Good shift for him. Can't really complain about his performance. The other one's James Forrest, who has played again a very magnificent match. Deserves the applause as well. It's going to be Ida, and of course Kuhn as well coming on. So just switch for switches, like for likes. Yeah, but it's Messi ever play with James McCarthy now. That's an enticing offer. I feel like you could offer all the legends of the modern game a chance to play with James McCarthy, and they'd be like, yeah, man, I'll fucking take that. Let's not forget some of the greats like Shane Duffy have graced this pitch. Why wouldn't Messi want to share a pitch with that? For fuck's sake. Well, that could be awkward for Butland. Does get it under control. Ida will kind of put like a half-hearted chase on to cause some problems. Well, Silva couldn't really chase that one down. Straight up film, we can just play it quickly out the gate. Oh, good for Carter Vickers there. Go on, shift it and move, son. Shift it and move. Does indeed do so. Can he move it into space? Not the... just a couple of weird passes at times, especially when you consider the fact we're meant to be, you know, playing with an advantage. Oh, he's been decked. Let's go. Oh my god, Kuhn. Still going. Still going. Oh, it's deflected. It's going to go over the bar for a corner, but that was fucking excellent for the German. Sold his man a dream and then sold his fucking pal an extra one for good measure. That little sidestep shimmy was good block in the end. Got to give them credit for being able to recover to get the challenge in, but that could have been fucking suave. Rios teed it up for the corner kick here. But Johnston's gone down again. I feel like that ankle injuries came back to bite him in the ass. I feel like the adrenaline must have worn off at some point, so Ralston's getting warmed up to come on. I feel like that will be one of the changes. And it'll give us room for two more, which I'd imagine would be... yeah, I'd imagine it would probably be like a Wata and probably a defensive change like Welsh or something, in case Scales gets tired. that fucking Dr. Seuss poem, Robbie. From Miami to Gallowgate, that was Messi's unfamiliar fate. He did not want to play at Paradise, because the team does not play that nice. Well, Johnston is officially off. Ralston's going to be coming on. That is the confirmed challenge. So this should be interesting, because I've not actually seen Ralston play in a hot minute. It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen the big Bricky in action. Scott Wright's on, Fabio Silva's off, so that's another change. So it's maybe not the change I would have expected, because I would have honestly gone for Kamal Roof. But I can't fault it, they're clearly going for a, I guess, cross it and hope kind of approach for this point onwards. But we're going to swing a corner in, that's awkward. I think Butland and Carter Vickers got in each other's way there, and they both kind of exchanged like a little smile between each other. Which is quite nice to see, at least they're able to have a laugh about it, because both of them went up for the same type of thing, and oh, Carter Vickers just really missed out on it, man. If he got touch on that at all, that's a goal. That looked way more acceptable in real time. He should have got a contact on that, he should have been able to flick it on. I have to get that going at Parky, die, Jesus. That'd be depressing shit. Scales, lays it off, there could be a run on here. Nice, go on Carlo. Just baits the cells out and then looks for the quick pass to give Scales some time. Rio gets bodied. Referee. Okay, the referee allows it to go, fair enough. Diamonde tries to shimmy it through. Scales, lovely step back clearance, although again there's a step in foul, and eventually the referee decides to call it the third time around. That was a couple in a row that he let go, but probably called it for the softest one. Incredible. Oh yeah, if you want to help us out, by the way, I haven't really asked or anything. You can subscribe if you would like to. That's obviously something you can do. It's very cool, very pog, if you would like to do that. But if you're already subscribed, just like the stream. It keeps us in the algorithm and recommends us to more people when we do go live. Thank you very much if you decide to do so. Here's Kuhn, takes a step inside. That's a bit better for Yilmaz to put some pressure on his man, but still very much comfortably in Celtic's favour. Ralston has to chase that one though, it's a bit of a slack pass. Carter Vickers very calm with that one. McGregor back towards Scales, looking for passes, but there's no real concise options, so he opts to just ping it out wide towards his Japanese counterpart Maeda. Whip cross, cleared away at the near post, and no real problems there for Dion Stirling. Wasn't taking any chances. We're going to have to play through. 14 of the 90 left, roughly, yeah. For the additional time, I'd say there's about 15-16 minutes, roughly. But hey, Rangers are still only a goal behind. That's the way they'll look at this. If they can manage to steal something for this game, they're still just about in the title fight. Like, yeah, it's out of their hands, but at least they're still alive. That's poor for Hatai. He's just giving the ball away stupidly, and there's a break for Rangers now. It was just really, really poor from Rio, and there's a break for Rangers. They've got into the box, forced the shot away, but it's been pickpocketed, and eventually we get it clear. I think it's going to be a corner kick for Rangers in the end, though. Just very poor for Rio to give it away. McGregor had to kind of chase him down, put some pressure on, does well to get the block away, and Rio kind of pickpockets him to steal it, but corner kick Rangers. They still do have a couple of physical presences that can cause a problem or two here. People like the Cells, and people like Davies, they're tall ones. It's swung high towards the back stick. I think it's Hart that gets there to punt that one away. It's going to be another corner. Just end to end, fair enough. A little bit of a momentum spell for Rangers, but nothing too severe so far. All the Green Brigade, a couple of them shouting abuse. Wee kid in the corner, giving him the fingers. Love to see it. Although they've got Tavernier to step off the ball. Shit, someone throwing something onto the park. They fucking better not have. Why did cunts do that, man? Just fucking leave it be. Find the twat that threw it on the pitch and ban him for life. I hate fuckers that do that for no reason at all, man. Just let the game go on. Tavernier swings it in for the corner, it's headed down and not necessarily out of play. Still very dangerous. Rangers try and chip it in towards the back stick, but it was always just going to go straight into the hands of Hart. Fair enough, rolled out towards that side. We won the ball there. Taylor's won the ball back. He's tried to claim handball there. I'm not sure if they've given it or not, but can't really fault it. Taylor looks a bit kind of pissed off with that. His body was in a natural position, but if it came off his arm, then fair enough. Can't really argue it. It's the best way to sum it up, Kenneth, mate. You hate corners, mate. I fucking despise them as well. See any type of cross that I've ever seen Celtic try and defend. There's a Wata, right? So I'm guessing there's going to be a change for McGregor then. Makes sense because he's on a... Oh, it's a tie. Well, I guess McGregor's going to step up and Wata will step back then. That's kind of what I'm hoping. But it doesn't make sense to bring on a less physical player for this type of scenario, you know what I mean? But can't really argue with it. It's going to be swung in by Rangers towards that back stick again. It's over everybody, but should be kept in play by Rangers. At the very least, they'll force it in for a Celtic throw. Accidentally knocks over the corner flag, so that's what it is. About 10 minutes left, boys. We're getting there. 10 minutes until the title is wrapped up and done. Holy shit. That would be a good feeling. Especially when you consider how bad it was a couple of months ago. Oh, we'd take that every day of the week. They tried to be a bit too clever with that. It's another Celtic throw in, Ralston. Carter Vickers, back to Ralston, back to Carter Vickers, and just kind of punted forward. It's okay actually, I don't mind that too much. Just kind of letting it bounce around in the midfield. They've given the foul for something. I'm not too sure if those are pushing the back or a kind of loose thing. Rio, what's up? What are you? That's a good one to be for Michael Gee, that. Well, Rangers have a set piece from about, it's about 40 yards out towards the kind of left byline. Definitely crossing territory, so we kind of know how it goes from here. Don't let them do too much. Oof, it's going to cross everybody. That was a very poor cross actually. Laid back. Could look for options. He might just go for a goal here. It looked like he was teeing up for it, but it's poor from Rangers and they're going to have to try and set themselves up. But straight away Celtic put them under pressure and win the throwback. No, there definitely wasn't any need for that, guys. I'll agree with you there. Motherfuckers that throw shit in the pitch are just dumb. Happened in the last Old Firm as well with people throwing glass bottles and stuff and coins, but no place for it. There's going to be advantage played there. Or maybe they just pulled it back for the foul since McGregor asked for it. Yep. Awata lays it off and there's some time for us to go forward again. Oh, I couldn't finish his tunnel. There's another ball in. Ah, fucking hell, Ida, son. Misses for point blank fucking range. Literally, you were signed for the simple fucking premise of being able to use your head, man. Just misses the ball entirely and fucking hell. Do better next time, sweetie. What the fuck was that? That's two big chances we've missed this game between Kyogo's like one-on-one with the net and now Ida's one-on-one with the net. That was a brilliant cross in as well, by the way. Like, Ralston whipped in a fucking perler there. They have made that change that I was talking about, yeah. The Sales is off, Roof is on. They're going to go for physicality here, boys, so be aware of this for the next 10 minutes. It's going to be physical. It's going to be very, very physical. High balls, crosses, long crosses, everything that you would expect to happen at this point is going to be doubled. They'll try and look for that knock-on header. And there is that first attempt at the knock-on header. It's going to be cleared away out towards only as far as Diamonde immediately tries to claim for something, but McGregor's gone down holding his stomach. He's been winded. It's on his feet now, and there's going to be a foul given there for the foul on Carter Vickers. Nah, you always just got a bad view at any stadium, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, you know what I mean? Like, you spend money on the ticket, you deserve to have your say heard, but just don't throw shit onto the fucking pitch, man. Like, it just stops the game. Don't think the Celtic players would be too fundamentally happy about it. Yeah, and as Gaz just said, it really shouldn't be happening at any football stadium. Oh, that could work out for us. Oh, that could really work out for us, please! How did you not cut that back to fucking Kuhn? He was standing at the edge of the box, son. Again, Ida has the right idea. He just picks the wrong pass. That's a big sitter and now an easy pass that he's messed up in about 2 minutes of each other. Fabulous stuff. Corner kick for us though at the very least, so maybe we can do something with it. Straight into the hands of Butland. No real problems at all. And then McCausland has a loose touch, so Celtic can win the ball basically straight back. It's not been convincing the second half from either team. Like, yeah, we've had chances, so have Rangers, I guess, but with the exception of the big one from Ida a few minutes ago, there's not been any massive ones. Just kind of half chances, if that makes sense. That's good for Maeda if he can keep the chase on. He does keep the chase on, he doesn't necessarily win it, but we'll be able to recover the ball and have a crack at them. It's still very much in danger's territory for us. Nice from Iwata, lays it off, could be a run down that side for Ralston. Lays it off for O'Reilly, whipped cross. Ida does get there, but it's a good tackle in fairness for Davies to just about, you know. That isn't the answer for us. No, not at all, man. Not at all. Not 5 million, yeah, maybe 500 grand, you'd be more accurate. Like, Ida's okay, but when you consider that 5 million quid gets you something like an Ian Idis or a Kvistgarden or something like that, then take the latter options. Right, if he can't hack it in the Championship, then he won't hack it in the Champions League, so that's the way that I'm thinking. That's a good challenge, wins the ball back. Good feet of Wata. I love that for him, man. Carter Vickers just rolls it back for Hart to take a touch and nearly gets caught out by Roof there. Man has had nothing to do. Do not make it that fucking anxiety riddling ever again. But we're doing okay. Yeah, I can't fault who he is as a person. He has given us a lot this season, but is he the option for us going forward? I wouldn't honestly say it. I can respect what he's done, I tip my hat to him. Obviously any big Irishman that can come in and score a couple of goals in a season where we really needed goals will always be appreciated, but he's not the long term answer, boys, let's be honest. We do have a corner kick here. Matt O'Reilly's going to be the one to step onto it, but when we're at this stage in the game it's more or less just about burning minutes off the clock, which I think is Celtic's game plan at this stage. We've got a couple of changes that we can make should we need to as well, just to burn a couple of extra minutes away. Apparently that's a foul or a throw-in, I'm not sure. I mean, it should just be a throw-in for Rangers, but they might give it a different way. That 10-man advantage really helped us because we've been able to take the second half a lot more easy. We haven't had to play out of our skin. Hard to replace Kyogo, to be fair. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, you need someone that's on par, if not better than Kyogo, and I don't think Ida's that player. Like, you need someone that can actually give Kyogo a run for his money, so if he does decide to stay, then he's, you know, actually going to be competitive and want to play. That's probably going to be an advantage. Yeah, they've just pulled it up for a foul straight away. One of those things, man, where like, no matter what way you kind of look at it, Rangers have played okay, but not necessarily deserved. There's a break forward here if we can do something with it. And we can do something with it. Is there a switch on? There is a run down that side. Ball should be switched across here. Ball across for Maeda. Good touch. Good shot. It's underneath Butland and it's in the back of the fucking net. That's game, set and match, I think. The flag's up. I'm not honestly too sure. They'll check, but... Was it? Oh, fuck me. Yeah, again, it's very similar to the, like 20 minutes ago. He scores another really good goal, but it's offside. That's twice Maeda's done it, man. He's on for a fucking, like, disallowed hat-trick at this point. It was a good finish. Can't take anything away from it, but... Just couldn't time his run that little bit right. It's a bit unlucky, but... Hey. That is what it is. We move. Still time. Headed up and away, not necessarily comfortably though. Rangers can maybe bobble something with this. Kind of flipped on in the end. Aye, that gathers and it's going to pop out. There's a run on here for anyone that can grab the ball first, and it's Rangers that claim it. They're doing their best to try and funnel it forward, but McCausland, I don't think he kept it in play there. The referee says it's fine though, so they can run forward with it, and here is that half chance that Rangers were looking for, but it's just that final pass every time that's causing them problems. 6 extra minutes, yep. Yes, there is. I'm not sure if my anxiety can do this, to be honest with you. Like, I'm okay. I hate that this is lagging. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to see if I can fix this. Move in that sense, you know. Butland's going to serve it out. Sure, that's good for McCausland. He's down that right hand side, whipped in, just about dealt with, and McGregor kind of just half slices on it. It's a good steal, and there could be a break on for us if we can move there and get in ahead of time. We don't exactly do that though. What if Celtic played 3 up front? Yeah, it would not work. We need offensive powerhouses, but the single striker formation's fine. I mean, nah, that would not work. Well, there's the table as it stands, kind of thing. And it looks good for us. Goal difference of 7, 6 points clear. Can't really argue with that. And it just means Celtic are essentially a point away from wrapping up the title officially. I mean, on paper it's basically done as it is, but it's still not done. 7 additional minutes to be played, man. Whipped shot from Rangers from the edge of the area. It's nowhere near target though, and Redvan's not exactly best pleased. I don't know where those fans are, because if those fans understand how we play, then we need bodies in the midfield. You can't play with like a 4-4-2 or anything like that, because we need the 3 in the midfield for the interlinking passing. And it'd be pretty annoying to tell either our skipper or Riwatati or O'Reilly they're not starting. They'd be going in a heartbeat. So, look at that, Butland's up for this one. I don't know why he's coming up on the 92nd minute. I have no idea. Fair enough though. Bundled over. Six additional, Michael. 6 additional. Sent high and wide. It's going to be kind of flicked up. Taylor just says screw that, gets it far forward, and there is a whole ass break on. Here's Ida. Why would you stop running there, son? He just gets pulled off the ball and he misses the fucking target again. Respectfully, do not start him in any of the other 2 games, man. He is fucking gash. Look, that is just piss poor on a lot of fronts, man. You have a chance to pure cement yourself as a legend with scoring that goal and you miss. He's missed like 3 sitters. It's actually unbelievable. It's not been a convincing second half performance from us either. That's the thing about it. It's been a very surprising Old Firm. You'd think this would be fire and flames, but Celtic have just kind of kept it under control. Just couldn't. Just kind of doing his best to stand off the hedge. There's a wasp flying across the camera there. Iwata. McGregor, we're back to Iwata. Very few minutes left now. You could make changes to the play style, but it would come at the expense of expecting Rodgers to adapt his tactics, and we all know that he does not like adapting his tactics. Like, it makes sense if the manager's the right fit, but that's good pressure from us. We're keeping it alive here. 94 minutes or so gone, so not too long now, boys. Not too long now. We're getting there. Ball played across. McCausland near post, just kind of flicked up and away by Scales. Tav will gather it, and Maeda will come in and just clean it up and force it out wide for a throw-in. Maybe the weak guy's hungry, yeah. Get him some scran after this match, Michael, if you haven't already. Oh, that could be awkward. That's a good head clearance, actually. Ralston wasn't taking any chances either. He was there as a double save. There's Ida again. He's just like a giraffe on ice, man. He just doesn't look comfortable, like, running or dribbling. Like, he just shouldn't be a striker. I can't really fault it, but really should have done better there. McCausland's going to miss that one entirely, so Taylor can just come out and clean it. Does indeed do so, and he just sends it as far up the pitch as possible. There you have the qualifications, my man. There's a run for Maeda there if he passes that. Doesn't opt to, and there's just a few players that are doing that now, where they're just kind of running into thin air and not really hoping going. So we move in that sense. It's going to be sent forward. Headed up and onwards. It's Taylor just playing it safe. He really should have just taken a touch and played that back to Hart. Like, dumb. Absolutely dumb. But there's not too much time left now, boys. We're getting there slowly but surely, step by step. Fucking hell. Come on. Oh yeah, where are those things? I'll have this at the ready. I'm talking about the real life FIFA certification badges though. That's a good clearance. That's a good touch as well, by the way. Holy shit. Although the referee says it's offside. O'Reilly doesn't seem too happy because he said he was more than fine, but if he was over the halfway line then it would be off. Rangers are just going to fire this in and look for something. Carter Vickers says no thank you, gets it away. Scales and Maeda does well to funnel that one away. It's going to be a throw-in for Rangers as well. Not too long left, boys. Not too long left. But fucking on my screen, 10 seconds. We're at 96.53. Just hold it out, boys. Come on. There's a half chance for Rangers towards the end of it. Oh fuck, I didn't see McCausland there. He's headed it back. Tavernier gathers it, lays it back in space. This will be the last chance for them. Sent in. Johnston clears it away. Not comfortably. Ralston gets in front of his man. Whipped near post. Headed up. This time dealt with. And that is game, set and match! Boys, the fucking title is ours. 3 in a row. It's over. For some fucking reason, Rangers just did not do what they needed to do today. We've just won the fucking title. Oh! Yes! Where's the popper, boys? We know what happens. Oh, it's broke. That's so gay. The string broke. The thing went off, but the thing didn't come out. No! You ruined my celebration, you son of a bitch. I don't care. Let's fucking go! Celtic win the league! We win these! Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what we've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. You know what happens now. You know what happens now. Boys, it's going to be one of the loudest ones of the season, so if you haven't, turn your fucking volume down, because you know what's about to happen. This shit's going to get loud. Ho, 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 ho. So, gentlemen, for the victory. And for the win. Oh yeah, and for the league. Fucking yes! Get it right fucking round, jeez! We win these! Easy fucking peasy, lemon goddamn squeezy. I am feeling good. That is how we wrap up a title in style. We fucking canter it. At the end of it all, we don't even need all of the matches. It doesn't go down to the final day. It's done. It's dusted. Unless Celtic fuck it twice in a row, which is highly impossible, we've won this. Oh. League's us, boys. The league is us. We will never ever be moved. It's just this. It was pish, yeah, it was a fucking pish performance all round. It wasn't the no fun we were expecting, Virtual, but hey, if it's the one that secures us the fucking title, it secures us the title, and with the exception of absolute capitulation, which I do not see us doing, we've just walked away with the title there. Lundstrom has just handed us the title. He's just become public enemy number 1 on the south side of Glasgow, so we'll love to see it. It was a tough watch, absolutely tough watch to watch, man. It should have been about 6 or 7, you're not wrong. A couple of good saves for Butland, a couple of offside goals for Maeda, a couple of missed sitters from Ida, a couple of missed chances for O'Reilly as well. Like, when you look at that game as a whole, we should have won the game a lot more comfortably. Rangers had 1 shot on target and scored it. That's still the problem that we have, so again, Joe Hart, what the fuck, man. But everything else besides that, we're not good in the second half. But yeah, Butland honestly deserves man of the match. He was probably the most consistent player. But yeah, we could take a moment of silence for Gaz. The man's been here for this whole season, hoping to see his team cross the line. But fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. Commiserations to any Rangers fan that's sitting in chat now. You gave it a good fucking fight, I will say, man. Like, considering, like, in September we were what, fucking 12 points clear, was it? And then in February, Rangers were goddamn 7 points clear. Like, both teams had a chance to run away with this. But in the end, it's us. And I take it. I absolutely fucking take it. So it means that the next stream's just going to be a celebration stream, essentially. I'm just going to be in a good mood, which I absolutely love. No, I don't think it's going to be that bad. But I know that Clement will have some questions asked of him, because they've already eaten into their budget for next season too, so they've kind of had that as a problem. But yes, we've just managed to win the title. Can't fault it, guys. Cannot fault it. See, that's the only reason why I'm kind of keeping myself in check, because I do want to obviously scream all the classic Reb tunes, but I can't for obvious reasons. But you know what I'm thinking. We'll love to see it. Yeah, moral victory, I wouldn't even say that, man, because we had a lot of shit in that going that game that was just weird. I mean, the red card call, that was fine. The penalty call was stupid, but I think that was justifiable that we hanged it. I know that we still need a point, Scott, but realistically, I mean, if you want a little gander at the table, if you want a little look, this is how it goes. If Rangers win both of their games, that's fine. They tie us on points, and then it would come down to goal difference, meaning that Celtic would need to lose both their games, and if they lost both their games 1-0, Rangers would need to win by an average of 5, so they would need like 2.5, 3 goals per game to be basically in with a shout of winning the title. So Celtic, unless we absolutely fuck it up, we've basically secured this. Like, there is no way that we lose it. And again, when you look at the last 2 games, Celtic do have the advantage at least having one game that we come in, because maybe Kelly beat us. I'm being fully honest about that. That's a game that I can genuinely see us losing, but I don't see us losing at home to St Mirren, especially at home in the final day when all the marbles are on the line. So it's either we win it at the pitch that has caused us so many problems this season in Rugby Park, or we win it at home against St Mirren in a fundamentally good day. And it's on my mum's birthday. That game is on my mother's birthday, so I love to see it. That's very cool. We take it in that sense, you know. But yeah, the game today, we did exactly what was necessary. When you look at the stats, more of the ball, 2/3 of it, comfortably better in the passing and, you know, pass accuracy stats. Didn't commit as many fouls, but somehow got more cards. although Rangers did have that red through Lundstrom at the end of the first half. More corners, but we didn't really do much with them, to be honest. Most of them were dire, but when you look at the game as a whole, I think it's hard to argue that Celtic deserved the win. Rangers gave it a good shot, so you give them credit where it's due, but we absolutely deserved it. And yeah, honestly guys, I'm in the same boat. As much as I want to sit there and be like, oh, it could be interesting, Kelly will be the only problem that we have, and even then I would see that being a draw at worst case scenario, because once you beat your old firm rivals you kind of run away with it, like that's how it goes. So love to see it, we all do in Osmo, we absolutely all do. I'm very pleased with that, like very, very goddamn pleased. Nothing to say about it. Man of the match, you would either give it to Butland for them, or for us, honestly, maybe Maeda, because as much as he scored offside goals, he was fantastic today, he did a lot of really good stuff. If you go to the midfield, maybe you'd give it to O'Reilly, despite missing the penalty, at least he got it. Get around them, yes. Give my title to your friend from Elgin because he never gets to see those games. Oh, that's fucking class, Nosmo. I like that, that's really cool. That's the reason why one of my best pals at the Celtic game today, his wee cousin couldn't make it to the game, so he's took his ticket today. Usually he sits in my chat, so he's got to experience that in person. I honestly, there is no better feeling than being at Celtic Park when we beat Rangers. It's so good. It's such a good feeling. That bus drive home, oh, always good, man. If anyone that's on a supporters bus, they'll be vibing. I appreciate that, Brian, man. That's very, very kind of you as well. I'm on the hoops, exactly. I'm on the hoops to you as well. Hey, Chief, you enjoy your weekend. It's going to be a good weekend for the rest of us, man. I guarantee about half of us are going to get blackout drunk. I don't drink, but I'm certainly partaking, so to speak. You'll beat us in the cup final, but well, yeah, I mean, hopefully. It really just depends on team form and momentum and who's fit and who isn't, but as it stands right now, yeah, I'd say we'd win the cup final, but both games have been close, 3-3 and 2-1 respectively now, so the final is teeing up to be one of those like penalty shootout type finals, you know. You give it to Scales. The only reason I wouldn't give it to him, Scott, is mainly because he had a bit of a poor first half. He gave the ball away way too many times for my liking. He had a better second half though, I won't disagree there. Maybe Carter Vickers deserves it then because he was just consistent. So there's only one behind them overall in head to head. Well, that's why the next game will be even funnier then. Love to see you, Michael. I guess I can sit in this, I'll finish my my joint and then I'll get boosting and enjoy the rest of my weekend now that we're basically league champions, yes. You say that, but cup finals are one-off matches, Chief. Like, there's no form that goes into it. Cup finals are just that. Like, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. You don't want to lose to your old firm rivals, so do what you can, kind of thing. Like, Celtic will just see it as most of the other kind of cup finals, where it's like, if we can get a double, fantastic, that'd be great. It's basically, we know that Celtic took the league, Rangers took the Scottish League Cup, so it's just a case of who takes the Scottish Cup. One team will be guaranteed the double. At the very least, we can confirm that now. Like, we've stopped Rangers from getting the treble, which is nice. It's a lovely feeling. Treble over, get it up them. But we can still go for a double ourselves, so we won't be slacking about it either. And as Michael just said, bring on the fucking double. Look, we can absolutely 100% do this. We gained a couple of subscribers as well, by the way. I wasn't really expecting too many people to even come in for this one. Mainly just because it's a very easily accessible game. It was on like 15 different fucking channels, so very nice to anyone that has actually popped in to say hello during the course of this. Very, very cool. I'll catch you after, Shutomi. It's been a pleasure to have you. I'll catch you in the Discord well, next time that I'm on. And that's a thing you can do, by the way. Before you leave, if you want to, there's a little link down in the description if you want to join the community Discord. It's just a bunch of Celtic in Scotland, Rangers, bunch of different types of supporters. If you want to talk about football or anything sport related, you're more than welcome to join and do so. We love that line.
I don't know the first part of that I can try and pronounce it. I'm gonna apologise in advance, right? But buon sabato e il Beccole Verde di Glasgow, el potente Celtico. Is that sort of close? I don't know. Fair enough. I don't know what that is. If you made me say something that I shouldn't have said, fair. But I'll love to see it. Hail, hail to you, Lane. Bring your mo and the beats back for the final, no way. Get them out, Michael. Make sure they're ready to go. We need them. They work today. They absolutely work today. Oh, I'm so pleased with that, man. I'm so pleased with that. I'm happy as fuck. We needed to win that game, and we did. Job done, boys. Job fucking done. I'm pleased. I can sit there and say that's a success. So I'll finish my joint, and then I'll be bailing out for the week. Well, I mean, I'm not for the week, I should say, because we're back again on the 15th, right? Perfect noise, my mate. Welcome. I'll say hello to you in there. Wait, was that actually good? Shut. There we go. I don't know too much. I'm presuming that's Italian, right? I'm going to guess that's Italian. It sounds like Italian. But it could be Maltese. So I don't want to assume. Perfetto. I appreciate that, Gina. I appreciate it. We move. I'm happy with it, man. We needed to win. We won. Things are good. And like I said, unless we absolutely fuck it and don't pick up a single point in the other two games, which I'd be very surprised if we somehow didn't do that. Title's us. Champions League. We're fine. We've got that kind of on lock. I'm not sure how it works because of the Czech Republic taking our spot in the thing. So I think we might have qualifying to go through still, but at the very least, you know, we'll have a crack at it. That's amazing. I love that so much. Yes. The rosary beads will always come in clutch, man. That's why they exist. To protect you from the evil spirits like these motherfuckers down here. That's what I was saying, mate. Michael, Kelly are going to be the game. That's why this game in particular didn't really faze me. I've said it multiple times. Don't drink and drive, smoke and fly, brother. I love that. Actually, I know you'd say that in a fucking stoner accent, right? Wouldn't you? Don't drink and drive, man. Smoke and fly, brother. Plus, you showing the Kilmarnock game on this. Yeah, yes, that's a thing as well, by the way. If you don't have an access link to the game, if you have no way of watching it, if you join the Discord on the away games, one of my moderators, Flash, who's at the game now, he's North Cuffs. You know, he stands in the North Cuff. He's part of the Green Brigade. But when he can't go to the games, usually he tends to join the community Discord, and we have like a little private channel that people can join for live matches, and it's only delayed by about 3 or 4 seconds, so you're not missing out on much in that sense. You have a blessed weekend as well, Craig, mate. Hello to you as well. Pure Cheech and Chong, yeah, quite literally. So that's literally how I learned to do that accent, between that and the turtle in the car from like the fucking like Disney films, or Pixar, I guess. Like Finding Nemo, the turtle, you know. That's totally far out, man. And then you've got the fucking, it's the same voice actor that plays the fucking Fillmore for Cars, and I love Cars. It's one of my favourite films. You should totally try out my organic fuel, man. It's better than anything they could make. Such a good fucking film. But yeah, by all accounts, I'm pleased with that. Weekend sorted, life sorted, I'm happy. No depression required. Things are quite good in that sense. And like I said, I'll be jumping into the Discord later on today at some point. I do need to go and eat, because I just woke up, made my thumbnails and stuff, and then just kind of called it a day, you know. But I don't know how many subscribers we ended on, but I'm pretty sure we broke 1260. 1261, so thank you for that. We actually did hit the sub goal, so bellissimo. And it means we can just keep the push going on in that sense. Yeah. That's fine, because most of the time it's football commentary, but I am actually okay at impressions, Michael, so if you stick around long enough, you'll hear a bunch of them. See you all for the cut. That's appreciated, Lizzie. Loyal as always, we'll love to see you, and hope you enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on Wednesday. enjoy yourself. Hail, hail. I'll need to actually boost myself to soon to been live for about 2.5 hours, that's about normal, so and get ready to end this relatively soon. Then I can go and claim my food, because I would like to actually get some scran in my system so that I don't pass out or anything. Right, I suppose this is probably the one to use. Right, boys. You missed the rest of the season due to work. Oh, that's unlucky, my mum. But nonetheless, at least you know you can rest in your laurels, knowing that while you're pulling your shirt, Celtic are absolutely balling out. But it's been a pleasure to have you for the games that we have had you for this season. It's been a pleasure as always. You take it easy for the rest of the weekend, mate. Well, I should actually pull that up before we depart, so you know when to come back for the next game, if you are curious or if you just don't keep up to date. But it is a late kick-off, so we do have that as an advantage, so you'll see me up until pretty much close to midnight. If you want to join me on the 15th of May, the kick-off is at 19:30, so I'll be live at around 1:15, you know the drill. And obviously, any sort of point in that game, and the title is officially ours, so if you want to join us for a title party, that'd be the place to do so. I don't know, the migraines is still honestly kicking my ass, mate. That's why I'm not like pure off the walls or anything, but I'm made up and I'm good, so. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready to thingy this one out. 3 in a row, absolutely it, Brian, absolutely it. But I'll get ready to wrap this up, so. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming along and joining us for most of this season. If you've been watching up until this point from the start, thank you for being here from the beginning. If you popped in at any point and you've just stuck around to the end, even better, thank you for that as well. If you're watching this as a VOD after the stream has ended, then appreciate you as well. Everything helps this channel out, and again, the support this season's been insane. 1250s was the goal that I set way back when we absolutely smashed that out of the park. The goal for this season was 1,000, so the support's been great this season, generally. Indeed, we've got 2 games left and then a cup final. We've got 3 more and then it's the Euro games. And then hopefully, if things work out in life, I'll be heading out on a nice wee trip to Canada in around September. So fingers crossed that everything works out in that regard. But yeah, thank you for coming along. Yous have a good rest of your day. You know the drill. Yous enjoy yourselves. Celtic are still the best goddamn team in the world. Enjoy the Huntiers, gentlemen. Enjoy the Huntiers. It's been a pleasure. Yous enjoy yourselves. Hey, well.